That's right, the news.
Trust the news.
You can trust us.
The newsiest news you've ever knew.
If you news, you lose. I mean, if you don't news, you lose, is what I meant.
Tonight at 10, what started with the Stanley C. Panther shifted into a white-hot Bernie, and now onto one of the staples of American culture, the 7-Eleven Slurpee. A young boy yearning for his father's love realizes the void he's attempting to fill may forever remain. Now let's take a quick look at the stock market, as in a shocking turn of events, peanut butter eggs and hoagies are currently skyrocketing past market value, an event that seems to happen every year around this time for some strange reason. In other news, scientists continue to report a sharp decrease of the bird population in Kendall and the surrounding areas. R.I.P. Washington. And finally, our top story tonight. After a grueling 7-day search, the Tobin and Leroy Show theme song has finally been located and is currently in Jackson Memorial Hospital in stable condition. With more on the story, let's send it over to Show Pony Johnson and the gang. Show Pony?
By the way, you got too much time on your hands.
What? That wasn't me. I got last night's news.
So if it's been located, like where is it?
Like, I want to make sure everybody got settled in. It's a Monday. Leroy on Friday. I know it's a home show.
So you wanted everybody together.
Correct. Everyone together. Everyone knows now.
Gather around the
weekend, you know?
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. It was a crazy, crazy weekend.
Woo! Hey, let me tell you, the best fight wasn't even on the main card.
It was that Kelvin Gastelum Chris Curtis fight was really, really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. But that nothing topped the way Israel Adesanya got his belt back. That was amazing. I mean, that was crazy.
I got to tell you, I'm sorry, UFC, but I'm old. I had to get the hell out of here. Dude,
no way.
We got there. It was daylight.
I gotta tell you, I was getting really mad at a lot of reporters because they kept Dana White there for like 35 minutes, and I was like, "Come on,
that's right."
How many do we need to know if he's gonna go to Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
like,
that's strange.
Is that a question that needs to be asked currently? Do we need to be knowing, when he's gonna be? When is he going to Mexico? Dana White just was like at the end, he's just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten to Mexico yet. My bad." I'm just like. Everybody was doing the thing where they're just like, Dana, are you coming here? Dana, are you coming here? And they just kept them there.
Kind of like what you did.
Yeah, but mine actually bear fruit. We are now. I just want it to be known. We are now the new home of UFC. As Dana White referred to us as, new sheriff in town, $12 million gate, arena record for the UFC 287. And he's like, we coming back, baby. We coming back, baby.
12 million?
Yup.
That's better than Vegas.
Better than Vegas. Better than Madison Square Garden, Leroy.
For the same fight, too.
For the same fight. But obviously, I mean, that ending by Izzy was cold. Oh, my God. Can I just
tell you, that environment from, I won't even say from what people saw on TV, even before that, it was lively.
Yep. Great atmosphere.
The whole night, even if everybody looked like ants.
We could see the whole atmosphere because I wasn't boots on the ground. I was moon boots on the ground.
Dude, we were hanging from the moon looking at UFC.
Dude, it was crazy. I got my credential. I got to say, I looked at the media relations department. I was like, really? I was a little hurt because I've never sat that high. Never.
Well,
but
here's when I know something was up. Hey, man, I'm just going to give you a heads up. We're not sitting where we normally sit.
Yeah, it was high. But I had seen what they had done is, first of all, they had cut press row ringside to like in half and apparently had sold the rest of that side for seats, which is, I guess, how you get $12 million of a gate.
Right.
Because we were up there high. But even still, really cool because you got to hear the pops. The atmosphere was crazy. Plus, I knew how to hook up the TVs in the press lounge.
Let me tell you something. Tobin goes underappreciated in certain situations.
Okay, explain.
I'm gonna tell you, when I went up there, our seating arrangements were perfect.
Yep.
With the only TV that worked.
That's right.
And Tobin, he has to get credit for that because everybody started coming over and asking Tobin, how do we turn our TV on? And Tobin's holding the remote. Like he's holding the remote. So
I tried to help.
Give him the remote. He tried to take the remote like it's universal remote, but he kept turning us off. I
had tried to help one guy and it kept saying no signal. While I kept doing it, I was turning off our TV. So I was like, F this. I just looked at the guy like, sorry, I'm watching.
I'm like, hey man, hey, you tried.
Yeah.
You tried, but let's get back to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was and I want to keep the remote to go volume up, volume down. We can hear the commentary. Obviously, it was very helpful for us being so high. We needed to hear what John Anik was saying. Otherwise, I don't know if I could have quite followed the fights as well from level 500.
Dude, I'm telling you, it looked like Tecmo Bowl, like you just looking on the top of a body and with arms.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it looked like.
But I tell you what, we can still see those knockouts good because, man, Ponzinibbio.
Right. Wait. He tried to jump up and say, no. Right. Yes.
He came up and he did the Matumbo wag after getting face planted. I've never seen anything like that.
Dude, he was out. But yeah, that was
it was a crazy night.
It was a fun night. And yesterday, people were hitting me up on Twitter. I was watching the Masters and I was cooking, and I was also trying to get a couple of little power naps in and out. So golf is the perfect watch. Right. So I just set my alarm for an hour. I made some gumbo and had some chicken on the grill, and Mel made a ham. So, you could just kind of put it on the put it out to cook and take a 45-minute break or whatever. So I didn't see UD.
Oh.
And then I get pictures. Twitter blows me up saying Leroy is vindicated because they brought him a rocking chair.
They brought him but it was I gotta say, really cool rocking chair that he got him.
Right.
It was black with the number 40. And UD even said, because they customized it with 3 trophies on the side. And UD's like, I wasn't gonna sit on it, but then I saw the trophies.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, you guys look at me calling UD old and thinking it's an insult. It really isn't.
I don't think he likes it.
Huh?
He doesn't like it.
He don't have a choice. He's been playing in the NBA forever.
Dude.
That's when you can play a professional sport forever, you get the term old.
No.
Sorry.
There was this story Cooper Moorhead from Heat.com wrote about Udonis Haslem last week for the UD night. There was an anecdote in there that somebody had left Depends in his locker. And he apparently got really pissed that somebody did it and was like shaking down the entire locker room to figure out the culprit. And it wasn't revealed until in the article, Bam Adebayo says, yeah, it was me, but he won't know until he reads this article.
Again.
But he doesn't like it.
So what?
-1.
Here's the deal.
-1.
It is probably one of the greatest compliments you can give a professional athlete, that he has made it through that many years with however many coaches, with the game changing, he still found a spot on his team.
Yeah, but
that is a compliment.
I don't know, man. He kind of looked like he had some get up maybe for the playoffs, like 24 points. I mean, he was getting it done. He had the 3-ball going. You see that alley-oop, that dunk from that lob from Dunks.
Woo! Well, they probably had a lot of time to work some stuff out because they've been sitting next to each other for the last half a year.
-1.
What?
Nope.
I was talking about.
-1.
Wait, I was talking about Dunks sitting next to you.
No, nice try.
No, come on.
Nice try.
But hey, everybody said I was vindicated because they brought him a rocket chair.
You were not vindicated.
Why not?
Because
Samesies.
nope.
That was samesies. We
Minus
just
one.
have a little fun, baby. I'm gonna use your word.
-1.
I was just having a little fun, baby, with UD.
Minus
No?
one for show poniness.
Oh, come on. Come on.
-1.
But really though, you know what? This is no BS. That dude, like, he wasn't a high acclaimed draft pick. He had to make some changes himself because he was bigger.
Yeah. Had to go
Right?
away to Europe for a year.
And he managed to do that and get 20 years in.
And
all you can do is look, tip your cap, well done, and hopes that he enjoys this next chapter in his life. Although I do believe he gonna lose a little something when he can't yell at folks. Right? He's always had a Mario Chalmers on the team.
Well, listen, you know what? We'll leave a line open for UD. If he ever wants to call the hotline to call anybody a bum, he can.
It just vent.
This could be a safe space for UD. If he ever wants to just give anybody a ripping, he can always just call up the show if he wants to.
Yeah, UD, we're gonna leave you your own personal hotline.
Yep.
If you want to get some stuff off your chest,
just let us know.
We'll put the old Marcos voice modulator on it, and nobody will ever have to know.
Yeah, you could be. You could just be. I don't know, Captain and Davey, and we'll be. We'll know who it is. Right. And then the other thing is like, yeah, what do you do when you need that frustration out when you drop a game to the Pistons you weren't supposed to? Who's he gonna yell at? Who's he gonna yell at?
Dude, they beat Philly with everybody playing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I was surprised.
After that game, I was thinking, you know what? You can't just dismiss the Heat.
Right.
And then 24 hours later.
Yeah, but they didn't play anybody. I don't. Marcos, he came into the UFC genuinely bothered about the Wizards' loss. And I was like, what? Why are you so upset, dude?
Because it's the Wizards.
Yeah, but they waved the white flag. They were like, we're not playing. They didn't play anybody.
The Wizards.
Nah, come on.
The Wizards are trying to get the #1 pick in the draft.
Are they?
Yes.
Well, the Mavericks tried that. They're getting investigated for that. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to get to, man. It was a packed weekend. There's a ton of news out there. Packed weekend. We got
Rambo won the Masters.
Yeah, we'll get into some of your
Brooks
headlines.
Koepka did his latest version of Roy McIlroy.
Well, I mean, at least he made it to the weekend,
Roy McIlroy, we call that the old Friday trunk slam.
We'll take a quick break here on the show. Our headlines will be brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. Len took your toy?
We know trucks.
Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock here on a Monday. Hey, we'd like to give you a chance to head to Las Vegas to see legendary magician and extreme illusionist and stunt artist David Blaine in his first ever residency in Las Vegas. David Blaine in Spades, exclusively at Resorts World Theater. Here's how you guys can win. You go to the Odyssey app, you log in and you listen to WQAM, or you go to WQAM.com and listen, and you get one entry for every hour that you listen. The more you listen to WQAM, the more chances you have to win to see David Blaine in Spades playing April 28th through July 15th. Tickets are on sale now at rwlasvegas.com or AXS.com. So if you guys want to listen to David Blaine, keep listening to us. The longer you listen, the more chances you win. I think you get like an entry for every hour that you listen. So you can rack up those chances, and you can go see David Blaine do his thing. You guys are David Blaine fans? You like to watch his Hocus Pocus?
He does a little bit like he takes David Copperfield to the next level, right? But yeah, I enjoy some of his stuff.
I think he's the GOAT.
Really? Of all magicians?
No.
Who's better?
No, there would be no David. There would be here. Let's keep it real. There'd be no David Blaine without David Copperfield.
Fair.
What about Houdini?
Oh,
I'm a big Houdini guy.
Oh,
Houdini's good.
friends.
That's a good one. You know who's a
How
bum?
many
though?
of us have
Who?
them? Friends.
Oh, Chris Angel?
Chris
Angel's
Angel's
a mind
bum,
freak?
dude. Yeah,
Was it
he's a-
Chris?
Oh, wait. Oh, you talking about the illusionist Houdini?
Yeah, Houdini, dude. The OG.
Nobody caught while I was singing Friends?
I was wondering, ones you can depend on.
Yeah, that's Friends.
Not that Houdini, Leroy.
Okay.
Different.
Well, I
one.
forgot. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those inside jokes where the only person that would know it is
Intangibles.
Marcos.
Ones you can depend on.
That being, but like, what about Merlin? You guys Merlin fans?
Merlin's fake. Get out of here.
Get out of here, dude. He's one of the, back in the Renaissance days.
Merlin's like, woo, 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 woo. And they're like, magic. He switched hands. I don't believe that guy.
Wow.
Chris Angel, though, top bum. Saw him in person.
Really?
He's coming strong for Chris Angel.
Yeah. Although he did do one thing that I'm still trying to figure out, but I'm sure it was tricks and stuff.
So, like, dude, when are we getting this damn song? Like, what happened? I thought our song was fixed, and you didn't even fix it.
It's in stable condition at Jackson Memorial Hospital.
What does that mean?
We found it, and it went through a lot. It was 7 days.
All right. So it's not through surgery yet. Maybe later in the week.
Actually tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Word on the street is tomorrow. Leroy, will you be in studio by any chance?
I will.
I will.
Excellent. Oh, everyone's gonna be. It's gonna be a full house. We're all gonna have fun.
All right. What is it, like a rave or something like that?
I have no idea, dude.
I mean, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I just got I'm getting my, the same setup we have at the studio. The camera.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And my IT guy said it'll be done in a day or two.
What does that mean? The same setup? Like you're getting the same camera?
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to move her?
So because I like it more because I can put it inside the ring light and the ring light drop down and put it behind my camera.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Instead of having the light over to the side.
I understand.
Yeah.
More on point. Yeah, I could use that too. I gotta get a bigger table.
Right.
I understand.
But no, you can you don't even need a table. There's the tripod can go all the way up.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I choose not to.
I wonder how long it would take us to do it ourselves.
If I really put it, it'd probably take me like, probably not long at all. If I just went to Best Buy and got a ring light on a tripod, but
you know what I'm getting at.
Dade South, he says his favorite escape artist, Tobin.
I can see it. You are an escape artiste.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Tobini.
Tobini.
Shocus Pocus.
That's
good. Man, I really did have fun this weekend though. That was a crazy thing.
It was fun. It was fun.
Our boy,
I hated the fact that I wasn't all there for Easter.
Our boy Gilbert Burns won. Did you hear his reaction to the crowd booing him? I mean, they booed the holy hell out of the nicest man on earth. I mean, that's true.
The nicest man on earth.
Like, the nicest man on earth is Gilbert Burns, and they're booing him. And I get it. Masvidal is the draw. Like, everybody was there to see Masvidal, who, if you guys didn't see, he retired, which he should. I mean, like, it was very noticeable. The one thing I'll say about Masvidal, like, I think over the last 3 losses, you could explain away via, a big grappling deficiency and all that. But I was telling this to Leroy. I'm like, he looks slow. Like, he was Masvidal
2-piece to death.
Masvidal's thing has always been he's been one of the best, boxers that stands in there, and he was just like Gilbert was like, and he couldn't even like move his head out of the way. So, like, I mean, credit to Gilbert, but he also just looks he does look a little washed, and so I think it is the right thing. He's been doing it for 20 years. He's almost 40, so he stepped away. But Gilbert, this was him on the podium afterwards. If you could bring this up, Marcos or JFig, on the crowd booing him. This is what he had to say.
It feels great, to be honest. It does feel great. I love that energy. I love the fans. The guy's a freaking superstar right here, bro. I gotta respect. I gotta give that to him, And the guy, 52 pro fights, bro. That's not for everybody, I respect the hell out of this guy. A warrior on my eyes. And plus the street fights that doesn't count, the backyard. So yeah, a lot of respect to this guy.
Gilbert's like, we don't even have the whole resume. We don't even know.
Hey, you know what's amazing is that we see these post-fight interviews all the time, and the guy go up there and talk trash and whatever. Gilbert Burns is a stand-up dude to me.
Yeah, he's the
and he's always been that way with us, and not a whole bunch of. He'll go at guys every now and then, but he's always real humbled when it's all said and done.
It was funny actually you mentioned that, because he was like, somebody asked him about like Bilal Muhammad afterwards, and he was in the post-fight press conference. He goes, I gotta be honest, I feel bad for that. I shouldn't have said those things that I said. I was like, this guy's the nicest. Like,
right. He apologized for
I was amazed by it. I was like, it was this is I'll give you the clip here, because he was like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. The things that I said, I shouldn't have said. Here he was.
To be honest, I don't like what I was doing. I was kind of trashing Bilal a little bit, but the guy deserves a shot too. We're both in the marathon trying to get that title shot, and yeah, I think he's doing his thing. He just gotta fight the next guy, and I think he'll be right there. Me on him. I'm already demanding. I'm not fighting anyone. If you not give me a shot, let me go. That's on my head right now. I've been fighting anyone, anytime. You guys know already. I don't need to be the anyone, anywhere, anytime. You guys know I've been fighting. I'm willing to fight anyone. I'm demanding a title shot, or let me go, bro. I'll do my thing, and I think Bilal Muhammad is right there too,
You would be willing to go if you don't get this title shot, or if you're the backup?
Yeah, let me go.
Yeah, he was saying, like he said afterwards, he was like, yeah, give me a title shot. Or he's like, I'll go to PFL. I'll go win $1 million in a tournament.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know. I think that he's, you win over that. It's obviously he's already won twice this year. So he's been super active. It's not like he'll be in a rush to fight. So I feel like, whatever happens in this Colby Leon fight, he probably should be right there for the title shot, because he's already got 2 wins under his belt this year.
Right.
But I don't think they let him go. I mean, he's I think it's crazy. He's
of all the guys, like we have guys like the Conor McGregors, the Masvidals, the guys talking trash back and forth. You need a nice guy that busts heads.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And he's the opposite of that. And so I'm down with it.
Jose says on YouTube, he says, nothing gave me more goosies than Izzy flopping on the ground and pointing to Paredes' son. That was crazy.
Wait, but the backstory
is incredible.
He been holding that petty for a long. I was like,
well done, sir.
Hey, well done.
As a card-carrying member of Team Petty, we have to respect the hustle. I mean, it was...
And nobody is above Petty.
Yeah.
He went after a kid.
Well, what I saw what the kid did, I was like, I kind of get it. Like, it's not nice. Your father's there not moving on the ground, but like that kid back in kickboxing, he just laid right next to Adesanya. And so Adesanya's been holding on to this one for a while.
They took a group nap while Adesanya got knocked out?
This was Stylebender afterwards talking about how long he's been holding on to this penny for a kid.
Sort of motioned to someone in the crowd and took a little dive.
Oh no, I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came into the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me, and I'm like, "You little, I'll whoop your ass if your dad don't do it for you." But then, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, "Hey." Just to remind him, I saw him backstage. We're cool. He's a great champion. He's a warrior. He is his story, bro. I mean that. I'm the antagonist in his story. He's a beast, man. Coming from where he's come from.
I mean, that's very. Listen,
Hey,
gotta recognize game, dude. Well done.
Hey, I know, like, to the layman, that would seem like some cruel and unusual punishment. But in the fight game or the sports game, that's what we call get your comeuppance.
Yep.
Right? Hey, little son, today we learned a valuable lesson. What goes around comes around, right?
Well,
oh my goodness.
That was
and then, wait, if you're gonna celebrate the kid for laying next to Adesanya, right? Then don't get on Izzy for that.
That's right. No friends in the
like it's funny that the fights were great, but then there's the Tobin portion of the card, and we just witnessed the Tobin portion of the card.
The shenanigans were pretty great. Poor kid is crying. Hey, listen, and his father was. I mean, Pereira was out. I don't know, like Izzy hit him with something like he said the power of the gods. It seemed like that. Like he hit him with the thunder of Thor. Like
that
it was
last hammer fist too. Ooh.
Oh my god! And because it looked like curtains for him, and he got him up against that cage, and he's like, "Nope, I was baiting him." Bang! It was great. Really, really awesome. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll flip back on over to the Heat. The Heat have their playing game set up for tomorrow. We'll talk about the whole postseason setup back after this. Yes, right here on 560 WQAM. Little 15 minutes of heat for you. Miami Heat, they finished their season with a 123-110 win over the Orlando Magic. Udonis Haslem, 24 points in his final regular season game. Goosies on top of goosies on top of goosies on top of goosies. D Wade was there. He was rocking the UD jersey on the sidelines. Oh, dude, I got to tell you, it's getting a little dusty on that phone. Whew. Very emotional.
You weren't. No, they were in. Were they in Orlando?
No, they were home. They were home, but I had Easter. I wasn't. I missed last year. I missed Easter for a playoff game, and I'm still hearing about it. I was like, oh, good to have you here this Easter, Brendan. You weren't there. I was like, I was watching Duncan Robinson's last good game with the Heat. Okay. Hashtag Threester Bunny. Problem?
What are you doing?
But it was. UD was amazing. Amazing final game. D Wade being there, his kids being there. You know, they had the notes from the family that they posted. That was cool. Gave his jersey to his stepmom afterwards. Both of his parents he's lost. I mean, like that's. I mean, it was something, man. What an emotional night for Udonis.
Yeah,
emotional day for him. Really, really great. And I just love that guy, man. He's just the best. What's not to love? It's gonna be weird without him. I mean, I know a lot of Heat fans. You got a lot of these snot-nosed punks. All right, can barely wipe their nose. They got boogers coming out of them. Right? They don't know. I mean, they just don't know. They don't know. They sit here. They think, oh, we could really use that roster spot on what? Eric Spoelstra not playing Omer Yurtseven? Like, what are you missing out on? That's going to happen. Other than this guy who really is like gets the work in with everybody, plays one-on-one with Jimmy Butler before every game to get him ready, and puts the culture down for everybody. It's going to be weird without him. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know who could fill those shoes. I mean, I have an idea, but it's still not going to be the same. Right. Not going to be the same.
Who's going to be that guy? Who's going to be that guy who they go, oh, this ain't going to fly with UD? Who's going to be that guy?
I don't know. It's going to be strange without him. And I mean, the guy is, he's just one of one. 20 years, his city, I can't imagine, what kind of work he's going to be able to do in the community. He's already done, but is going to be able to do more, be with the organization. So just a huge shout out to Udonis. Really was an awesome day for him yesterday. Meanwhile, the Heat will be back on the practice floor today as they get ready for the Atlanta Hawks. It's play-in time, Leroy. The Heat win tomorrow. Then they are heading to a 7-game series with the Boston Celtics. If they lose, then they host, I think, on Thursday, the winner of the 9-10 game. And then if they win that, then they play the Bucks. So that is how your play-in scenario works. If you lose both of those games as the 7 seed, Cancun.
Yep. How are we feeling? I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Because we already know how I feel. How do you feel?
Are you nervous? Are you genuinely nervous?
Yeah, I was wondering how you felt.
You're nervous about a one-off against the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm nervous because the whole year we've seen this team beat anybody but lose to anybody.
That's true.
And you're at a point in time right now where you can't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
But just because you can't afford it doesn't take away from what has transpired all year.
I get you. I get it. Like if there was one, I get why that would make you nervous. I honestly think like if it was against the Raptors or Chicago, who's giving them more trouble. All right. But like this is a matchup against a team and a star who they have his number, dude. I mean, Gabe Vincent.
Okay.
Gabe Vincent takes him to the dungeon. Pineapple.
Okay.
What about Pineapple, Leroy?
Okay.
Gentlemen swept him last year.
Listen. I get all that. That was last year. Stop it with that.
What?
You've played 82 games of a new year. Stop talking about what happened last year.
But this year too.
You got 82 games to show what this team is. Not necessarily what they can be, but what they've been.
I understand.
And that's what I come away with. They can beat anybody or they can lose to anybody. And all it takes is this. Here's the formula. The other team gets hot from 3 and the Heat can't keep up.
Yeah, that would be bad. But counterpoint, you got Jimmy. Jimmy's going to have like 4 days of rest going into this one. So he's fresh as a daisy.
Okay.
Take over, take out Trae Young and that whole squad there.
Hunter.
Yeah, DeAndre Hunter and John Collins and the whole crew there. And which Bogdanovich they have? They have Bogdanovich. We know the faces.
It don't matter which one. Those guys always light it up. So it'll be interesting to see. And I hope they can turn it up and play playoff basketball, because I mean, we've seen it in spurts, and you're in a part of the season right now where spurts ain't gonna get it done. You got to have some level of consistency with how you play. They haven't been that all year.
Dude, they got tuned up yesterday.
They haven't played well for a week.
No, they've had a good week. I mean, but like have they had a good 2 weeks? That's tough.
How far do you? How the honest? I hate asking this question.
Yeah.
Because realistically, how far do you think this team can get?
Look, it's a one game at a time mentality right now. We got to play in before we talk about playoffs. I'm not gonna sit here. It's about us. It's about the next step, and we're embracing this. As Eric Spoelstra says, we're embracing the challenge. Something new. And once we get to that road, we'll talk about that, about where I think they will go in the playoffs. But first, we got to get there. We can't talk about playoffs until we play in.
I hate you.
Why, dude? That's the truth.
You know what? It's my fault. I knew what was coming, and I still did it, Marcos. I still went, and I said it beforehand. I'm going to hate asking this question. And guess what? Now I hate it. I hate the fact that I asked you a question, and normally a guy who has comments about everything goes coach talk.
We got to get there first. I'm not going to start. I'm not going to count chickens, as our friend Robbie would say. All right. I'm going to wait until they hatch.
You've been counting chickens all year.
Not right now. Not the time.
Dude.
You got to grow up sometimes, Leroy,
Yeah. Like, you know what you do, dude? You put the cart before the horse. And when you do that, you go nowhere.
It's true.
I like to put the knuckle before the fist. Right? Like, dude. I'm broken. I knew it. I'm so mad right now at myself. I even started the conversation by saying, I'm going to regret asking this. And I am.
As Gameboy 305 says, time and a place, Leroy. Time and a place, dude.
Oh, now we got chime. Now we got people chiming in.
No, it's I can't talk about a Celtic series, or I don't know who they're playing yet. So how can I discuss how far I think they'll get? Now, would I have this theoretically, if Tobes was doing Thursday's show and it was Heat Celtics, would I say Celtics scared, they don't want no Jimmy's their daddy? I don't know. Hard to say. If I were to talk about, this is the Bucks trilogy, I don't know. Hard to say. Because you know why? We're not talking about playoffs until we play in, dude. When we play, my boots, my boots will be on the ground tomorrow. We will see what happens. Okay. If they lose, my boots will be there Thursday. Okay. If they win, then we'll talk playoffs because they played in. But I'm not going to talk playoffs till they play in.
I know where I like to put my boots.
Now, will I talk about Luka Doncic maybe requesting a trade and sad Dame Lillard? Wow.
That's right. That's right, Dave South. Brindini back at it.
Hocus Shocus.
Dude. You proud of yourself how you did that, right?
I'm not proud of anything. I thought you'd be proud. And quite frankly, I thought you would be proud of me.
No.
You usually tell me that I look too far ahead, that I'm Wild Heat Coyote. Right now, you know what I got to look at this. You know what this is? Marcos, you know what that is? What is that? I'm
Empty
looking
plate.
right now. Nope, I'm looking right now at the task at hand. Okay, that's what I'm focused on right now. Right at the task. That's what I'm looking at right now, dude.
You are real proud of yourself right now.
I'm not proud of anything, dude. I don't understand.
I couldn't be madder at you right now.
Why?
Like, Marcos, you ever been so mad that screaming doesn't do it justice? So I'm just gonna keep a calm voice, but just know I'm mad as hell.
I don't. But
I'm mad at because listen, to be mad at you is not fair to the situation. Because I knew before I asked the question that I was gonna regret it.
Okay.
And guess what? I do.
Interesting.
It's not interesting. It's you. It's you.
I mean, when we get there, we'll get there, dude.
Okay.
I'm not saying I won't answer your question. I will answer your question when the time is right. When the time is right.
And can I ask another question?
Sure.
Has it ever stopped you before?
We've never been in the play-in before, so it's different situations, dude. You can't talk playoffs till you play in. I think it's a fair, you know, a fair. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, it's a fair motto. I think it's a fair way to live by. But bet your ass. Hey, let me tell you something right now, dude. We win on Tuesday. You bet your ass Wednesday. We're talking.
You do realize
we're talking Heat Celtics.
He could play a montage that would last about an hour and a half. Of you not doing the thing that you just said you're gonna do.
You missed last week when I was talking about the Sixers because they don't want the Heat, but they don't get the Heat. So like it's pointless to talk about something that's not going to happen right now. But they don't want the Heat. You know, now the Celtics, they may not want the Heat. You know, Jaylen Brown cut his hand watering flowers. What do you run a greenhouse?
Who waters flowers with a knife?
Apparently he broke a vase and cut his fingers up trying to pick up the glass. I don't know if I believe it.
What is he? Are you picking up the glass like that?
Yeah, I know. What are you, a sea lion?
Like, when you break it, wait, when you break a piece of glass on the ground, how you're in there like operator?
Yeah.
Right? How did he go?
Maybe it was a big chunk of glass and he underestimated the sharpness.
Is it like the Irvin Fryer incident?
I don't know.
Remember Irvin Fryer cut his hand before the Super Bowl? You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
All right.
But if he's hurt, you know, let's just have, you know, couple pawing at the hand, you know, while he's doing things.
What, dude?
You know,
you are the worst person to give advice to a professional athlete.
What?
You know how many fights you would promote with your antics? I'm just telling you. Grounds for fighting. If you in the game with Jaylen Brown and you keep slapping at his hand, at some point, that's going to have to be dealt with.
All right. Well, I'm going to say sorry, Garden Boy. Like, you know, I'm not the one who had to go out here and like, grow tulips.
All right. All right.
Like, what does he have? Like, what are you running a 1-800-Flowers? I broke a vase.
I got to tell you, you are ridiculous.
What?
But as you would say,
task at hand. Like I got a Twitch says sorry to the Garden Gnome. It's like, well, no, the Garden Gnome we're taking on tomorrow.
Oh.
Could you picture Trae Young with one of those hats?
Doing the Travelocity commercials?
Yeah. Take a break. Hour two. Oh, maybe my favorite news of the weekend.
Oh my goodness, there's more.
Marcos, did you see Tua? Did I?
time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Ow! Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel, Miami 560 WQAM. Go subscribe, go follow, and you get a notification every time we go live. You can watch the whole show there, scroll through the show, all that jazz. You guys can see Leroy's handsome face. Check it on out. All right. Also, listen to the Odyssey app. 560 WQM is the channel there. And all your podcast platforms. Get the Tobin and Leroy podcast for your ass. All right, everybody. Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Panthers, they're back in action tonight. They take on the Toronto Maple Leafs, riding a 6-game win streak. Lion King cannot be stopped. He cannot be stopped right now. He is a wall. It is a tightly contested playoff.
Bob got more than the bubble guts, huh?
He was back on the bench, I think, for this last game. He's finally back. But you got to ride the hot hand, dude. You got to ride the hot. Oh, you got to ride the hot hand.
All right. Where they sit now?
They are in the playoff spot, 91 points. Penguins at 90. 2 games left. No games in hand. Everybody even. 2 games left. Game tonight, game Thursday.
So you win them both, you're in.
Yep.
Or if you get 3 points, you're in.
If you win, I think if you win and the Penguins lose, you're in too.
So it's 1 game is the number.
Magic number. Yep.
Magic number. See, yep. I agree with magic number. Yeah, if you win and they lose.
Does that make your magic number 2?
Yes.
Yes. So.
But it's weird because if it's a tie.
They get a point.
Right, but even if the Panthers tie, so that skews.
Well, they're not tied, but if you go to overtime, you get a point. There's no ties.
Right. Well, that's what I meant.
I got you.
You go into overtime.
Yeah. So you got that. Heat on the practice floor this hour as they're getting ready for the Hawks tomorrow, 7:30. I'll be boots on the ground for that one. John Rahm, Leroy. What do you got on John Rahm winning the Masters? And 2 Live boys were runner up.
You could tell he was going to be something to deal with when he double bogeyed the first hole on Thursday and still shot 7 under.
Yeah.
I thought, to be honest with you, Brooks Koepka gets in those spots. He don't usually blow it.
Really?
The way he does. But John Rahm, the 2 best golfers were, anybody else who came. Phil Mickelson ended up with a back door. We call that a backdoor second place. That he posted a score and everybody backed up. He didn't actually put a full charge in and catch some folks.
Mm-hmm.
But John Rahm was the best under the circumstances, the conditions and everything.
Did people like Phil Mickelson? Like, were they cheering for him or was it kind of?
I think it was very, the whole week it was very cordial, right? And I think here's where we are with that. You can't complain about guys while saying after every victory that you want to thank Live Golf because they've kind of forced the PGA Tour to put more money into the prize pool.
Right.
And so, but I think, a lot of these guys are friends. A lot of these guys were friends beforehand. And I think if there's any animosity, it was their animosity beforehand. So if anybody feels the way they do about Phil, they felt the same way when he played on tour, on the PGA Tour.
I got you.
But other than that, it was all nice. The craziest thing that happened was a couple of trees fell.
That was nuts.
And missed all those people.
What the hell happened there? I thought this is the best.
They go. Every blade of grass here is perfect, but not the trees.
Timber.
Marcos, we're not talking about little trees that just got built and it got a little windy.
No,
we talking about 50-foot trees.
That was nuts.
Yeah. It was nuts. Job. And it was the only thing that saved it was a slow fall. And everybody was like, whoa, look out!
Yeah, like what the hell happened? It was like the Caddyshack gopher there doing stuff. Like,
I don't know. It was the
inside job
thing.
to investigate.
But other than that, they it rained on Saturday.
Tiger pulled out for injury, right? He made the cut but pulled out.
Tiger had. I think
he looked. It looked bad, dude. Like he was walking. Like I was like, hey.
It literally looks like he has problems because he probably has some screws and stuff there. So the limp is not necessarily pain; it's from lack of mobility.
Right.
But then, as you move on into the week, every time he plays in one of these tournaments, the farther he gets along, he starts getting sore in other places, and that's what bothered him. So now. It was plantar fasciitis that he's had problems with, but that's all having to do with the muscles around that foot.
Right.
That if you can't move it, it's hard to stretch it. And then you get out here and walk all these hills and stuff, and you're stretching something that you never really stretched and that you never had to worry about it. So it is what it is. I think it's fun to see him make a cut. I don't think how people realize how difficult what he's doing is. Because he's not mobile, and then talk about the pain, the rain, the cold.
That's the thing that's tough about it, right? Like he doesn't seem like he's washed in his skill set. He just physically seems like he has a limit. He is
right.
Like if he was a basketball player, he'd be on a minutes restriction or a snap restriction. Like he
tries to do it. He tries to limit the events that he plays in to try to be fresh. But it's more than that. It's now he can't play 4 days.
Right.
He can't walk a course for 4 days. And that's a whole nother issue. But it was good seeing him out there from the start. Besides Russell Henley, it was all chalk. It was all names that you knew. It was all major championship winners. It was all guys who were, on top of the world rankings. It was all guys who have been playing well all year. And for John Rahm, people don't realize this is 4th win this year. He's won 4 times. So he's between him and Scotty Scheffler, Max Homa, these guys have all been playing really well. So
I think the thing that we were always under the impression of is that I know Phil had success at the Masters, obviously. But I think the thing we've been impressive is that these live guys are we've said, like, they're not playing their best golf when they go there. But if they're going to be competing for the biggest prize in golf, like, is there going to be some kind of wall that breaks down where they are? I know there are some tournaments they're allowed to, but like I thought we were under the impression that these guys didn't have it anymore. And if Koepka, who did yak on it, but still, like, he was in contention.
It's not a matter of, like, how can I put this in so that people understand? Here's why players went to live. And my buddy Jason was explaining this to me. Before you play a round of golf on the PGA Tour, you have to spend about $500,000 or $600,000 with travel, with living arrangements, with trainers.
For the year?
Yes.
For the year, okay.
Right. And so you're talking about guys who then make $600,000-$700,000 and lose their card. And the PGA Tour does not care. If you're not playing well, you don't keep your card. And you see guys go back and forth to all these various tours and just to try to play events and get world ranking or get points to qualify for certain events and what have you. So Liv comes along and Liv says, you know what? Not only are you going to play for more money each week, but we're going to give you a bonus just for coming. Now, I don't know how anybody else feels. But we got something in football that's going on right now. Is that Lamar Jackson doesn't want a $230 million contract. He wants 160 to 200 guaranteed. So that means check on arrival. There's something to be said about that. It happens in every sport other than golf. And so if these guys have an opportunity, because if you go to the European tour, if you go to the Asian tour, Tiger, you see Tiger playing all these worldwide events, he gets paid for that. They pay PGA players to come over there and play. The PGA Tour doesn't have that. They don't allow it. And so you have that. You have a lot of Europeans that say, hey, man, why can't we get paid to come over here and play these big events? The PGA Tour won't do it. LIV says, we'll do it. So these guys like, okay, I'll take the check. This is my livelihood. I do this to make a living. Why not take the 30, 40, 50 million? Phil supposedly got 200 million. Why not? And so while everybody's having a hard time with it and everybody wants to talk about where the money is coming from and all that stuff, as a professional golfer, you're like, I'll take the 200.
Well, I mean, like, I know Tiger was against it last year, but like if he keeps at this pace, and it's not like Tiger's hard up for money.
Tiger?
No, like just under Bill, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if he can't get through tournaments and you're him, like
here's the deal though. Here's the deal with Tiger. And here's what you have to understand. So Cameron Smith, he won a major last year in the Players.
Okay.
He went to LIV.
Yep.
Right? Harold Varner, who was, you all know he's the other black golfer. Right? He went to LIV. And he explained that, hey, I'm getting money to where I could set up the Varner family for life without having to hit a golf shot.
Right.
And golf is giving me the opportunity to do this. I'm doing it. You know, so
no, but I'm saying, but my point is like, all right, if Tiger can't physically compete, why?
Because he's getting paid like $100 million a year from Nike. Okay.
And then is Nike gonna Genesis? But he brings the ratings. Is Nike gonna care?
No, dude, because they sell so much Tiger Woods stuff.
I know, but you don't think they're gonna sell Tiger Woods stuff if he goes to LIV?
No, they'll still sell it. These guys still getting their money from the deals or whatever. But I'm just saying, Tiger is in a financial situation.
Yeah, he's different than everybody else.
He could say no.
Yeah,
everybody everybody isn't in that financial situation.
Listen, Ronaldo has a lot of money. He still wants to go play for the Saudis.
Right. Sure. $200 million a year. How can you say no for that?
That's what I'm saying, though, with Tiger.
No.
Especially,
dude.
But
again, look at where Tiger is. Tiger not only is worth $1 billion, he's not only getting money from Genesis and the events that he runs and his foundations and from Nike. He don't need that smoke. It's not a financial thing for him. It's just like all the players that are coming out speaking against LIV are the guys who already are set.
Okay, but Leroy, like, he's not Elon Musk. Like, who couldn't use another $1 billion?
Like, we all say that. But he is one of the people on tour that has the luxury to make it, no, I'm good with the PGA Tour. Because he's going to be okay regardless.
Couple more things here on headlines. Marlins, they salvaged the series finale against the Mets. They won 7-2. Garrett Cooper went deep. Brian De La Cruz went deep. Jazz Chisholm got kicked out of the game because of a sensitive umpire. And Marlins will start a 3-game set with the Phillies tonight. Sandman on the hill, 6:40 first pitch. So that's your headlines. I'll get into Tua. Tua. And Mike McDaniel. Cruton? Looks like he was Cruton at UFC. Back after this.
Talk about
It was all a dream.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. It's April, and Dave & Buster's month continues. We've got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs and a whole lot more. Go to WQM.com, enter on the contest page, and if you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us at Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Stop sensually eating your chocolate egg.
Just, you just hear.
I got up this morning at 7 o'clock. Know why?
Why?
So I could be the first to get to that after Easter.
So your first thing today, where did you rush? CVS, Publix? Where did you go to get the half off eggs?
Publix. You know they got that table ready.
That table of Easter stuff ready.
Yeah.
So you just bought all of the chocolate eggs?
I got a couple of bags of chocolate eggs. I will say this. At the end of the day, the only thing that's going to be left is those hollow chocolate bunnies and Peeps.
Oh, Peeps suck.
Peeps suck.
You
know who loves Peeps?
Who?
Beast.
Yeah. Well,
that would explain a lot.
Can you give us a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm?
Get up.
Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them 866-954-MORE.
It's raining. It's raining everywhere. It's April showers, folks. Usually it rains a little later on in the day after everything builds up, but it's raining. It's a little bit cooler. It's a little bit cooler, so I doubt it's even 80 degrees, but that could be because of the rain. And I couldn't tell which way the wind was blowing because it was raining too damn hard.
Wow. Well, speaking of rain, hopefully you don't rain on my parade right here. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Because, dude.
Oh, boy.
Wow. This weekend. My God. Tua? Woo! Dude, somebody ain't skipping leg day. All right. This man has, if I respectfully may say, quads for days, dude. I mean, the lower body on the Dolphins quarterback right now looking like a real tree trunk. I mean, wow. Amazing. Juicy. Dude's getting juicy.
You do realize that a professional athlete, after a few seasons of off-season workouts, his body is going to start making that physical change to get him ready for.
Oh my goodness! Has it made the change?
You understand that, right?
Dude, I mean, has it made a change? You want to talk about a dude whose legs have come out of their cocoon? I mean, what a couple of beautiful butterflies he's got laid on him. Oh my goodness! I mean, just a couple of no,
not that one. Which? Joe Theismann.
I'm telling you right now. Stolen McRib says, cue another segment of Tobin perving on a Miami athlete. Yeah, but dude, J-Fig, can you bring up the first photo I sent you of Tua and these quads? I saw this on his trainers, Nick Hicks, who's, I mean, wonderful job. Just beautiful job. Look at that. I mean, come on. If you guys haven't seen this, for our radio audience out there, I mean, it's like it is like Tua has turned into a centaur. Like he is half man, half horse. What a thoroughbred. Wow.
No, that's Saquon Barkley. That has to be.
I mean, dude, look at those legs. Look at them. Look at them.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, by the way, what are you guys doing to me this weekend?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
They sent me a picture of is this Tobin staring at Miss Net?
Dude, Mrs. Met has a real tush on her. I don't know why they made the mascot like that, but she's got a rump. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why your mascot needs a rump, because Mr. Met, real flat ass. Mrs. Met got the cheeks. Yeah, she also has a giant baseball head, so it makes it a little weird, but still. Mrs. Met,
okay,
who's a baseball with a ponytail,
makes sense.
She got the cheeks.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Dolphin Kane.
It's like I'm scared to let you out in the wild when we leave on Friday, right?
Looks like jujitsu is bearing fruits, dude. Bearing fruits.
Really? Or I would say it's real normal that once an athlete gets in the offseason program a couple of years, that his body starts bearing the fruits of that labor. Keep in mind, he was a year behind.
Yeah,
so he couldn't really do that in the offseason his first year because
he was dealing
with the hip. So this is a normal transition for an athlete. To me, what it means is, this is what it means to me. Dude's putting in the work.
I know, right, dude?
Okay, so if you have questions like so many other people with their young quarterback have had questions whether they're putting in the work, it's another thing that should make you feel a little better that your quarterback is putting in the work.
You want to know what it looks like?
No, I don't.
Looks like Tua's ready for that tush push. Ready for those goal line packages, dude.
Oh, so now we're not bringing in Cam just for that now?
I was unaware of this when I did that segment, though. I didn't know. By the way, I love that. You know, don't you love a little? Who doesn't love a little QB with his star wide receivers together? A little Cheetah, Waddle, working out with Tua, running some routes.
You know
baby?
what that's called?
What's that?
Off-season program, you idiot.
What do you mean off-season? But I know, but like, you know, now he's got everybody together this offseason. So it's a little pre-OTAs OTA.
They won't. By the way, the only thing, and here's what I will tell you. The only thing that helps that is they live in a vacation destination. Right? Because if this was in Cleveland, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
These pictures wouldn't be as prevalent.
Well, they are now, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, but I'm just saying, when you get drafted by the Dolphins, your offseason home is Miami.
Schmeath and Schmolnick says, Tua's summer motto, skies out, thighs out. Agreed.
-1 for you.
Why?
Aiding and abetting.
No, don't give him a -1, dude. That's not fair.
No, you get a -1 because
why?
Aiding and abetting.
Did you
see
Twitcher? J-Fit, can you bring up the photo that his trainer tweeted out this morning? The photos that his trainer tweeted out this morning. This is Tua, and so like it does a 21 to 23.
Hey, is his calves the same size as his thighs?
Well, they were. That's 21. That's 21. The first photo. So put up the one with Mac Hollins, where his best receiver was a TikToker. Okay. Now go to the next photo from this year, because
yeah, there's change there for sure.
I mean, there is change there, dude.
You could not deny that.
I tell you what, the biggest change is.
Oh my God! Look at those things.
Hey, the biggest change is right there.
What?
Instead of Collins, you're throwing to Cheetah.
It was Hollins.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it Collins? Who cares?
I mean, listen. Yes, I mean the difference between Devontae Parker and Mac Hollins and Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. It's
helps.
Like
it helps.
It helps, but I mean, you know what else helps?
You get putting in the work.
Them quads, dude.
Again. All credit to this man, because no matter what has transpired, he's consistently put in work. Right? Can we agree on that? That's a good starting point. Because if you look around the league with the way guys talk about their quarterback, it ain't got nothing to do with talent. It got to do with all the other stuff. Maybe Brian Flores pointed to it in the right direction.
You think he's got some revenge workout going?
I just think maybe, or maybe, see, sometimes coaches think that the only way you can accomplish something is doing it the way they set, the plan that they set forth. That means your off-season workouts, your film study, or whatever. So Brian Flores would say Tua wasn't watching film, or he wasn't getting ready for the game like he should, or whatever, which is all fine and great. But you can't say he wasn't doing any work. He just wasn't doing it so that you could acknowledge it.
I mean, he's got. He's like that. He's like when we saw that 25-year-old take on that 18-year-old. He's getting the man muscles. Dude, 25 now.
That was the worst fight of the night.
It really did. It sucked. I felt bad for him too.
I texted Tobin right before it started with the wrong selection.
Well, because the problem is that it's one thing to be a trash talking fighter, right? It's another thing to actually get some wins under your belt so people will listen. And so he was kind of out there like the other guy wasn't. I don't know why they gave him that fight if they wanted to promote him, because the other guy on the same hustle.
I know. That guy was. You need to put him up against somebody with a fewer fights. That guy was experienced.
Right. And so basically he went in there with all that energy of an 18-year-old and he was outclassed. Basically, that's what it was. He was outclassed. The guy had more of a repertoire, and he just pieced him up. And yeah, you can see it.
We'll take a quick break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hey, we'd like to give you a chance to head to Las Vegas to see legendary magician, extreme illusionist, and stunt artist David Blaine in his first ever residency in Las Vegas. David Blaine in spades, exclusively at Resorts World Theater. Here's how you guys can win. You go to the Odyssey app, you log in, and you listen to WQAM, or go to WQAM.com and listen. You get one entry for every hour that you listen. The more you listen to WQAM, the more chance you have to win. David Blaine in spades is playing April 28th through July 15th. Tickets on sale now at rwlasvegas.com or axs.com. Leroy, it is that time on a Monday. You must gather around the locker room and you must hand out thy game balls and game bums.
Bum.
What do we have for this weekend, Leroy? Where is our intro? Where is our game bums and game balls intro?
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
This guy's a ball.
All right, Leroy, what do we got?
My game ball goes to a couple of people or events. One was UFC. I got to tell you, I don't care what kind of profession you run. If you don't consider coming down to Miami on the regular, you are missing out. Because the atmosphere was amazing.
Amazing, dude.
Amazing. Here's when you know it's a big night. Where you're used to seeing a whole section of media on the floor, and they cut that in half to sell more tickets. It was an unbelievable atmosphere. The card was great. It was just a fun night. Long night, but fun.
This was Dana White afterwards. This is him talking about the money they made in Miami. It was it's impressive. Here's the UFC president.
Attendance tonight was 19,032, sold out, highest grossing event in the arena history. The gate was 11.9 million, sixth highest grossing event in UFC history. And there's a new sheriff in town, ladies and gentlemen. It beat MSG's last gate. Miami beat Madison Square Garden. Last gate there was 11.5, and it was the same fight. So unbelievable. When you think that last time we came here, we did a gate of 446,000, and now we just beat Madison Square Garden. So I've been saying this all week. Miami is like, Miami reminds me of LA 10 years ago. This place is booming. I'm sure you felt it I'm sure a lot of you are from here, but those of you that aren't, I mean, every restaurant is packed till midnight, 1 in the morning, people out in the streets. It's just like, this place is as cool and as hot and as incredible as ever. It was a really, I'm glad we came here. It was a cool experience.
There you go. Dana White.
Yep. My other game ball goes to John Rahm winning the Masters. He was the best golfer all week. Besides that first hole, if he didn't butcher the first hole that he played in the beginning of the week, it would have been a runaway. And then thirdly, you can't go through this weekend without fully understanding the impact of Udonis Haslem.
Yeah, dude.
To this area, to everybody who runs into him on them streets, to what he's meant for the organization. Everybody should have that staple on their team. You hope to have it, but the way sports is, you are more unlikely to get it. And it's just a breath of fresh air to see that, you know what? He wasn't a lottery pick. He wasn't. He was a guy who busted his ass and earned everything that he got. And for 20 years, he's been a staple of that organization. No conversation will start or end without finding out what UD thinks. So kudos to him, the incredible career that he's had, and going out on the bang with 24 points because I'm more than sure. I'm more than sure nobody thought he could still shoot.
Dude,
-1. That's not -1. So my no.
Nope, that's not the game. It's a game bum.
I mean my game bum.
Completely different game.
I don't know if I should give a game ball or a game bum to this guy. Style bender.
No, he gets a game. Yeah, a game bum. You giving him a game bum?
Hey, I appreciate the petty, and I enjoyed the petty. But you did the go to sleep to a guy.
He's got to learn.
And I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I can't say the kid didn't have it coming, right? The mom is certainly looking like, here it comes.
Yeah.
Payback, son. Payback. I would have looked. But what a real parent should have did was pull his hand up over his eyes and say, you look at it next time you want to mock somebody.
It's a hard lesson to learn. It's a hard lesson to learn. I don't know why he gets a game bum, though. I feel like the kid should get a game bum.
Because it's good. Although it's warranted, it's still just a kid.
Well,
I could give a game bum to those two random giant trees that just decided to fall at the Masters.
Those also fell like Alex Bejeda.
No, they fell a little bit more graceful.
Or
other
Ponzinibbio.
trees to break the fall.
I thought your game bum was going to go to Ponzinibbio for not remembering that he got knocked out.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Like, wait, he got up and waved his hand like, "What are you guys doing?"
No.
Dude, it was a hit where they stopped the fight before the guy even pounced. Right? Like he jumped on him and that was it. No. So yeah, I feel bad laughing, although I know it was warranted. Right? We're kind of being a little like I don't know how to feel about that.
If you guys missed what Leroy was talking about, this was Style Bender. After knocking out Alex Bejeda, he went to he looked for the kid, looked for Alex Bejeda's son in the crowd to remind him, I didn't forget about what you did to me when I got knocked out.
Sort of motioned to someone in the crowd and took a little dive.
Oh no, I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came into the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me, and I'm like, you little I'll whoop your ass if your dad don't do it for you. But then, yeah, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him. I saw him backstage. We're cool. He's a great champion. He's a warrior. He is his story, bro. I mean that. I'm the antagonist in his story. He's a beast, man. Coming from where he's come from.
Hey, but
maybe so, but
here. And you would take the game bum away, and I would tell you guys, go on Twitter or wherever you see it and watch what the kid did. He did like the Undertaker. Like he went full.
Kid flopped like a fish.
Yes. Like amazing. He just fell back. It was incredible. While the dude was laying on the ground. So he had it coming. I'm not saying he didn't have it coming. And I'm not saying I wasn't enjoying the hell out of it. I just feel a little dirty, so I'm gonna give the situation a game bum.
Man. Izzy's was cold with the celebration because Bejeda's thing is to do the arrow before he comes out, and so he knocks him out and he shoots 3 arrows. He like mimes shooting 3 arrows into the body just laying there. I was like, gee, that's like that was the coldest celebration I've seen since Jorge Masvidal counting out Ben Askren after he kneed him. Like it was something.
Dude, but
but finding the kid, I didn't know that. Yeah. I was like, oh, what the hell? Yep, just
the reenactment at the presser was even more.
Hey, knockout.
Because like I saw that first, so then I went and saw the video. He went all the way to the ground.
Oh yeah,
he went all the way to the ground. So. Like, yeah, but you know what? I'm starting to find out in all of these like Like, even though they talk trash back and forth, a lot of guys don't really, it's all in the fight game and fun. There's not a lot of guys that take a lot of stuff. Jorge takes a lot of stuff personal.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, he fighting everybody. But a lot of these guys talk trash, and then when it's all said and done, they tip the hat to the other guy and go about their business.
Most are very respectful, like Gilbert Burns is, Like,
right.
I mean, nice
even to hear Izzy explain, and then say, "No, we good, we good."
Yeah, they hugged afterwards. Afterwards. It was cool.
Right. And I'm still. There's one thing I can't get used to in the fight game, right? If you knock me out, don't come and hug me, dude. I need a minute.
Yeah, let me get
it. Right? Like, I'll see you in the back. I don't need you to console me. You just knocked me out.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Be back with more after this. Get some cat talk. Lots more stuff from the weekend. We roll on hour 3 of the show after this. All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Time to get some cat talk here on the show. Fueled by our friends over at Celsius. When it's game day, make Celsius party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of your 6th win in a row. Streaking Cats, Florida Panthers. And what better to have between the pipes for the Cats than a lion? The king of the big cats. Alex Lyon cannot be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot be stopped.
Isn't the other way?
What do you mean? Well, he does nothing but get stops. Fair point, Leroy.
I'm like, it took you a while to like kind of get where I was coming from.
I was a little confused.
So can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Are you going to give me an answer, or are you going to do the thing you do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that. What
going.
Can you just say? Hold on. Can you clarify what is that thing I do? What do I do?
You have a ridiculous answer.
Okay.
To a question that's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, go ahead.
Who do you feel more confident in the next 7 days? The Panthers or the Heat?
Oh, good question. Good question. Well, the Heat, I don't know if it has to be a 7-day. You know, you got to play in before you can get to the playoffs. All I can focus on right now is the next 24 hours.
Stop shaking your head, J Fig. No, you don't understand. No.
What do you mean?
Don't.
That was a sarcastic shake. Okay.
I don't understand.
Don't attack me.
Who do I have more confidence in over the next 7 days? The Panthers have two.
It's an honest question.
Okay. Technically, I got to be more confident in the Panthers because they have more games to be confident in. They have 2 games on the schedule. The Heat only have 1 as of now.
You know what the hell I meant. Stop. Okay, let me ask you a question. See, I have to do this, and now I see why reporters do this to athletes, because I do it every day to you. Who's more likely to be playing a game, not this Friday, but next Friday?
I mean, it's tough to say, dude, because they're both, like one team has to play in. Like, I mean,
But who has the best chance? Who's more likely to?
I would say the Heat. I mean, next Friday is only going to be like game 4. They just got to play in, though. I don't like jumping ahead. The Panthers aren't even in the playoffs yet. So if you're going to tell me what's more likely, the Heat are closer to the playoffs than the Panthers are, technically. Nice try, though. Good job. Shout out to Matthew Tkachuk also, by the way. 40 goals.
I like to Tkachuk you in the throat right now.
Why?
Because you like. How do you answer a question without answering the question?
Well, I've made my stance clear. You're trying to be cute. I said I don't want to talk about Heat playoffs, so they're in the playoffs. You can't talk playoffs till you play in.
I'm not talking about playoffs.
Well,
the Panthers technically aren't in the playoffs either.
Yeah, but I know what you're doing. You're trying to divert offhand, which you would kill it.
Not because look, the one team's on the 6-game winning streak.
Yep.
The other team has never had one.
That's true.
So who am I more confident in the near future? It's got to be the Panthers.
Am I going to be more confident in Jimmy Butler, or am I going to be more confident that the 30-year-old rookie goalie or the 30-year-old goalie from the minors that we've never heard of continues to be the best goalie in the league? My answer is going to be Jimmy Butler.
I would say the Panthers go further than the Heat.
Okay.
Just based on what I've seen.
Okay.
You can put whatever twist you want on it, but I've seen them have a couple of stretches where they've won some big games and won games in a row.
Okay.
Haven't seen that from the Heat.
I'm not good. I'm glad. I would be happy. I like the Panthers.
See what he did there, Marcos?
Happy for your take. Thank you for joining us.
There he is.
I mean, I can't say, like, I understand your apprehension. I'm not one of these I'm not going to be this person.
No, you don't. You're full steam ahead regardless of what happened.
Nah, dude. Like, I get it. I've said, I am not, you see, this is the thing that I think is adorable. And I want to pinch your cheeks. You always want to fight me on things, but a lot of the times we have pretty, like you're.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Your opinion is completely reasonable. I understand. That's not how I go about things.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So you're not going to talk about play-in until you're in the playoffs or whatever the hell you said. I don't
Can't
know.
Talk playoffs till you play in, dude.
All you need now is a dummy because you're like a ventriloquist, right? Like, but here's the deal.
I have a friend here.
You're going willy-nilly into having blind faith in Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
When Jimmy Butler been playing all year and they haven't done
but
what you say they're going to do in the playoffs.
That's fine, but he's been playing out of his mind.
Okay, but that still doesn't mean they win if Jimmy plays out of their mind.
You're right, it doesn't. But you're asking why I have the confidence, and I am betting on Jimmy.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
Actually, I have a friend here who's if you would like to speak to it.
No, I can already tell. I do not.
Hey, everybody, I'm Wally the Whale. And I just want to say, when Jimmy Buckets is out there, you can never cut him out.
Is that Todd the intern again?
No, it's Wally the Whale, completely different.
Why are you like this?
Because he can't help it. He can't help it.
I knew he was going to come in hot when I saw his Twitter yesterday.
His arm. His arm go down mysteriously, and he's pulling up a prop.
His friend.
By the way, have you guys seen this Damian Lillard? Seems kind of unhappy.
You ain't even talking about the Heat. You talk about all the people whose season ended early, and you could pluck them off.
Well, Wally the Whale loves a good whale chase, so why don't we look at our friend Damian Lillard and what he has to say?
I have much of an appetite for building and, guys 2 and 3 years away from really going after it. You know what I'm saying? And, I think we get Shaden at 19 and he's just different. You know what I'm saying? I think he, just being around him, his disposition, you know what I mean? How he listens, his frame, his natural talent and his ability. I think, that's enough 19-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? And you probably won't find one that will come along the way he has. But, I'm just not, I just ain't interested in that, being honest. And this is not a secret, you know what I mean? I want a chance to go for it. And if the route is to do that, then, that's not my route. So, I think we all in line with doing what we got to do to put a team together that we can actually go out there and get something done. You know what I mean?
So
Goosies.
I think you heard something different than I heard.
This is what I heard.
See,
$10 make a stink.
At no point in time did he say he didn't want to be in Portland. And all the things that he has said is about them trying to mold these young players. And he's like, basically, I ain't got time for that. That ain't my path.
Yeah.
So we need to.
What do you think? So what do you think they're going to end up doing? Like
trading Dame Lillard for some more draft picks.
That's right. So like it's not. I get you. He's not saying there I want out, but he's letting you know I have no interest in, being the mentor to all these kids, which is hard. I remember I remember Dwyane Wade. They bring in Michael Beasley at 19 years old, and he's like, all right, but like I'm gonna be here for this kid to come along. Like not everybody comes in with that mentality. They don't come in with the readiness, like he says. They're kids, people are like LaMelo Ball, like good players, but like, are they ready to carry a team or be part of a contender yet? That's hard.
The other problem is that you have to look at Dame Lillard looking at other teams in the league doing whatever they can to win right now, and he has his team not doing that. And so it's like, it's got to be frustrating that he is, bought in and he's say, I'm all in with Portland. And in return, they don't even, in fact, they traded his running mate.
Yeah.
So I could see it, but he didn't sound like he was saying anything that would lead him not to be there. He just wants his team to go in a different direction. Now, to your point, if they say, no, we're going to stay down this path, then at some point you'd be like, hey, well, then trade me.
Yeah. And then at what point is anybody going to blame Damian Lillard? Like, I get it.
Right. Because he's been the guy no matter what saying, I'm staying in Portland.
Right.
But it does get to a point where you get older and you're like, don't you want to have at least one run at it?
Lillard, Gaffed Man says, Lillard made his bed. No sympathy. I'll get him a bed down here, a water bed, right by Bayside if he wants to.
He chose to stick with the team. I'm not going to fault him for that. And it's different in basketball in that a max contract is a max contract.
Speaking of guys being gone, did you see what Rudy Gobert did?
What is wrong with him?
What's wrong with him, dude?
That should have been my game bum. You can't.
He ruined the league, dude.
Why is he the way he is?
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he is the way he is. There's certain athletes in a lot of sports that think that they are in a certain place in said league, and they're not. Right? He's not that guy. You got lucky that you got traded for so much. That's it. There was no competition for you. Nobody needs the skill set of a rebounder. Right? That's the skill set.
Marcos is right, though. Like, you think about that. Like, you had this fun young team and this fun young running mate in Spida. He hates you. Then you get traded for way too damn much. Not to mention, you kind of were like the COVID domino.
That's what. Let's
I
start
understand.
there.
It wasn't like you didn't. All right, you didn't start COVID, but you were publicly egregiously reckless with COVID. That sent it down a bad path. So, yeah, what's up with this Rudy Gobert, dude?
Ruin the league, man.
How he tried to give somebody a 1-2 on the sidelines, nonetheless.
Dude tried to give him a baguette right in the face.
After, here's the funny part. He was the one who initiated the comments. It was something along the lines of play some defense, and the guy, why don't you get some rebounds?
I know, that's great.
Right.
Well, not that they have a lot of drama going into that play-in game against the Lakers tomorrow, so that'll be fun to watch. Also, didn't somebody punch a wall too? They lost one of their players for breaking his hand. So not great for them.
Didn't Amari Stoudemire do that?
He punched a fire extinguisher.
Still losing against punching things.
Yep.
Have you met anybody that won? I almost got my ass kicked by a watermelon.
I do remember that. That was really stupid of you.
Yeah, well, you tried to chop it with a wood ruler.
I at least made a dent.
No,
I wanted to confirm this about Gobert beforehand. The day before he gets into a fight with this guy, his public comments are, Kyle wants to win. And sometimes he's a little aggressive in the way he talks, but I don't take it personally. I don't know, Gobert. It looked like he took it, he took it personally, dude.
All right, we got to talk about the number one recruiter out there right now. The coolest coach in all the land.
Oh, God.
McCoachin. That's next, dude.
I'm a big snack time guy.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock here on the show, but having a lot of fun. Recapping a very, very busy weekend in the sports landscape, the South Florida sports landscape. We had a ton of fun and is getting ready to, get ready for NFL draft is along the way. Very excited seeing that. I mean, this Tua Tagovailoa. My God. I don't think we spent enough time on it, quite frankly.
It is impressive, and it's noticeable. Like, you see it, but then you see the before and after, and you're like, oh, yeah, he's definitely made a change.
I mean, it's breathtaking. It is breathtaking to see. But we were at UFC on Saturday night. Boots on the ground. Moon boots on the ground. Because it was more like boots in the air because we were very high. It was very high. But
the only way we could get a better view of it is if we'd have hung upside down like bats.
Right. It was, but that being said, still had a ton of fun. Got to watch the.
Can I just say one thing?
Yep.
Dear Kasaya Center, whatever you want to, dear UFC, can somebody turn on the light?
I think that was a UFC thing. I think like they would like it as dark as possible. That was weird. They turned the lights off on us.
You couldn't see. It was so dark.
Very weird. That being said, a lot of big names in attendance, but none bigger than McCochin, dude.
Oh, not Trump?
No, not Trump, dude. McCochin, bigger deal.
I made a mistake. Look at that. Delicious flavor.
That doesn't look like a mistake. It looks really good.
It looks really good. What do you got? Some Celsius watermelon.
Look at it.
Raspberry?
Keep reading.
Okay.
Non-carbonated?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just look at the flavors and didn't pay attention.
That flavor looks really good, though.
I know. Let's see. Nothing a little carbonation couldn't fix.
There you go. But none big. No, not Trump. Even though Trump walked in with Kid Rock and sat next to Mike Tyson, that was not the most important name in the building. It was Mike McDaniel, which what a time to be alive. I mean, this guy, everybody loves him.
Yep.
And just because it's fight night, it's a full-time job. And Cruton never sleeps because this was just absolutely tremendous. Aaron Donald was in the crowd. And look at the bromance that happened, Leroy, between McCochin and Aaron Donald. I mean, wow. Little broski hug.
Well, what does he say?
Why is he in there like WWE?
Yeah, it's true.
You talking about Aaron Donald? Oh, because
can I just here? Let me first,
look at that smile.
He looks smitten.
Look at that.
Let me first.
He has twinkles.
Let me first say something, because Tobin tends to leave these things out.
What?
You know they were on the same team, right?
What do you mean they were on the same team?
Didn't he coach in Didn't he coach with one of his coaches in LA?
No.
I think so.
But yeah, he worked. I mean, they worked way back in Washington. Not like he never worked there.
But he knows Aaron Donald.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure but he worked for his.
Not like just
he worked for his rival. He didn't work for him. He didn't work with him.
I mean,
they were division rivals.
All right, but they know of each other. They know each other.
You don't think
just no?
I don't know.
No.
Seemed to me like Aaron Donald, who much like Damian Lillard, probably doesn't want to be on a team that's going to stink up the joint, which the Rams are this year. You don't think he whispered in his ear, "I heard from Jalen Ramsey that you wanted to come here too. Make a stink."
What? Nothing just can be
what?
They know each other and he just.
I don't know, dude. That was very chummy.
It literally looks like Aaron Donald could pick him up and carry him like a baby.
He probably could. He probably could. I mean, he's very menacing. And by the way, you asked that question. I don't think Aaron Donald does sleeves.
Yeah. Can they fit? I don't think any sleeves can fit. It's not his fault.
I wouldn't do sleeves either if I.
I don't know, dude. It seems to me like I think I'm reading lips there. This is just maybe. I'm pretty sure I saw Aaron Donald just go, fangs up.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. I'm pretty sure I saw that, J-Fig.
Wow.
Dude,
And
stop this.
And did you see Chris Greer was there too? Chris Greer loves UFC. Chris Greer has like a UFC glove in his office. Loves UFC. And I think Chris Greer was sitting amongst a bunch of stars. And I don't know. This seems like the town to be in, dude. I mean, have the Dolphins ever had a higher cool factor than they have right now?
No, their coach is definitely cool. Who was the last cool coach
That they had? Jimmy, probably.
Yeah.
Jimmy was cool. But like the cool factor for the Dolphins right now, young guys want to be here. Vets want to be here. UFC wants to be here. Everybody wants to be here, dude. And Aaron Donald, he looked like he was giving a little pitchy pitch to old McCochin. Save me. Get me out of LA. You heard Dana White. Place sucks now. Bring me in.
Boy, I'm telling you what.
You don't think that's anything. It could be something, could be nothing. You think this is nothing, that he's just out there.
I think it's just two guys who either coached against one another, have a lot of respect for one another, just shouting out.
I don't know. Seemed a little too chummy for me.
Man, I certainly hope. Oh my goodness. If you were around when I played.
What?
Because here's the deal. Every morning in the summer, I worked out with nothing but Dolphins.
Okay.
We worked out at Western High School.
Okay.
It didn't mean that I wanted to be a Dolphin.
That's what you were Hold on a second, dude. If the Dolphins wanted you, all right, let's just say they wanted you. Mm-hmm. This place with the golf, the weather, you living here, you wouldn't have liked it. Now, honestly, I know you were on a great team. You were on a great team.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's just say,
when would that moment have come?
I don't know. If you weren't on a great team, let's say the Minnesota Vikings stunk.
Yeah.
You know,
you really want to go to Minnesota?
I would see. Here's the thing. I would hear you out if we're talking Aaron Donald's Rams 2 years ago. You know, that ain't your daddy's Rams. All right, this ain't the same Rams. They're packing it up. So, you know, he's talking retirement. So instead of retiring, you join down here, baby.
I feel like if Leroy would have met you back then, he would have done everything in his power just to make you seem like he wanted to do things.
To just throw So basically what you're saying is this.
Yeah.
If I had played for a team that was terrible and wanted to get out there, working out with these guys down here, if the Dolphins called me, would I have wanted to come down here and play with all the guys I worked out with?
Right.
Hard to say.
That's not hard to say. I'm telling you right now, it's not hard to say. I see that smile on your face.
Hey, I've been waiting a lifetime.
A little sneak.
Secret agent says this is a big old nothing burger. I don't think so, dude.
I think it's a big nothing burger.
Yes.
Everybody wants to do that. Aaron Donald just says, hey, Mike.
Yeah, he looked that desperate to go say hi.
He looked J-Fig. I'm telling you right now, Aaron Donald's the one that called him over. I could see based on the conversation, you know, Mike McDaniel's cool as it is. It's his town, baby. He's walking around, and Aaron Donald's, you know, by the way, Mike McDaniel on the other side of the barrier. So who's got better seats? Exactly, dude. Exactly.
That means
Stop
nothing.
it.
I'm not going to stop it.
Wow. Inside of the barrier.
Yeah, that definitely looks like somebody who desperately went running to get his attention.
I don't know. It does.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It looked like Mike McDaniel could go wherever the hell he wants.
He's
just walking around.
Willy-nilly. I'm telling you right now, dude.
For credentials.
Let me tell you. Can I just tell you right now?
I had a better chance of escaping Alcatraz than I did from getting from where we sat to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
You got to catch 8 elevators, walk 17 halls, wait for a call up. I was like, holy smoke.
You know what's funny, though? I actually realized, because I went down for the main event to the media room, and I actually realized I should have just held my camera in front of my credential. I could have walked wherever I wanted, because I literally was walking like right next to Baheda's locker room before the main event, and nobody stopped me. Because all the security people know me. Hey, boots on the ground.
I got one as soon as I got in the elevator.
Where the hell was Stutton Steve?
Sitting next to us.
Sit with us.
I was gonna say,
No way.
We always have like a straggler too. So I thought that was Stun Steve's friend that we was talking to.
Oh.
And then I say, Stun Steve, where your boy from? He go, I don't know him.
It was then we had the other guy who was like, can you guys put on the television for me?
Yeah.
I gave him like one try. That was out.
Yeah.
But
he started messing with our little circle.
Now, how do we I did fix it. Mine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But like it is gonna be interesting. How does this work football wise, Leroy? If we could just talk for a second. How do we fit Sealer, Wilkins, Aaron Donald all on the same? Does that work? Can we make that work? Can we make Sealer a nose tackle and then put Aaron Donald on one side and Chris Wilkins on the other?
No, because here's the deal. Aaron Donald, if he came here, it'd be the Aaron Donald and Christian Wilkins show. And whoever plays outside are going to reap the benefits of that push up the middle.
Interesting.
That being said, you're still going to need an inside linebacker. I'm even more so now because of what you've done. You're steering a lot of teams to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have support up the middle, it's going to be long days and teams aren't going to throw the football. It's twofold. You are backing yourself into a corner to where you don't want teams to pass, but you better be damn sure that you can stop the run. Otherwise, you're going to be in even more trouble because you're going to have less clock to work with.
Now, is 32, does that make Aaron Donald a saber tooth?
What?
A little long in the tooth, saber tooth?
No.
So that's still
who played next to him last year?
Mm.
Ndamukong Suh.
No, Sue was on the Eagles.
Didn't he go midway through the season, though? He didn't go.
I don't think he was with anybody, though. I think he just
wasn't with anybody. Okay. But Ndamukong Suh, when he played, he was long in the tooth. Aaron Donald was like 4 years younger.
Yep.
So, man, does that dude look like he can't give you what you need inside?
Man, I mean, it is. What do you think you have to get to trade for him? Well, bless you.
Oh, thanks. What do you think you have to give up for him?
Yeah.
Nothing. If they try and just cut bait and get a little something, they want you here. If the most important thing is you taking on that salary, you don't have to give up a whole lot.
So we just got to finagle the books again. Got to cook the books.
Yeah, but you're limited because you can't cook the books. You can't cook the books twice.
What if we
some of the guys that you already renegotiated with and restructured their contract?
Well,
you can't do anymore.
Hear me out. What if you tell Wilkins, hey?
Oh no! I ain't playing with that.
Well, why? Come on, dude. This is for the good of the team.
Dude, you play stupid games. Okay. The one thing that the Dolphins have going for them that everybody appreciates, they take care of theirs. Don't ever stop doing that. That is going to be beneficial to you longer than you having the conversation you want them to have. I promise you. It's something to be said about a team that takes care of their players.
I mean, I don't want to get rid of Zach Sealer, though. I love Sealer on up.
You think Zach Sealer's the one that's going to go? Oh, my goodness. Stop.
Well, who would go?
Stop trying to trade. You're trying to trade a bag of grapes for a Rolls Royce.
What are you talking about, bag of grapes? Zach Sealer's not a bag of grapes.
He's not Aaron Donald.
Come on, dude. He's up and coming.
Dude, stop it. This ain't a knock on your guy. This ain't a knock on Sealer. But don't diminish what Aaron Donald is. Is it what, 2-time, 3-time defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Has Sealer even been to the Pro Bowl?
I mean, last year was his breakout.
Again, you're trying to trade a Rolls Royce for a bag of grapes. That's the difference in these two guys right now.
That's our guy, though.
It's our guy. Then stop. Wait a minute. For somebody that's your guy, everybody, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not bring him up?
Well,
I didn't bring him up.
I was thinking.
Wait. I did not bring him up.
Well, you said I can't make him a nose tackle.
No, he like you. It's a certain type of guy that can play in there. You can't just move him around.
What if we just have him in the rotation, dude? Like, what if we had Zach Sealer in a little rotation action?
Here. You have a lot of guys who have earned time with their play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get Aaron Donald, then some of that is going to get diminished. You're going to lose some of that time. But the way D lines work, you need 5 or 6 decent good ones because they rotate them a lot to keep them fresh. If you bring in somebody like Aaron Donald, you're going to have to, do the same thing.
Guy says, how dare you risk? Stolen Grip says, how dare you risk not Christian Wilkins not being part of the Dolphins? -1, Tobin.
Right. He does it all the time.
-1.
All the time. Remember when, let's just review. Right? Remember when Bam was getting ready to renegotiate his contract and you wanted to go trade for somebody and you say, just tell Bam to wait.
That somebody was Giannis.
Dude, Giannis, you set up hypothetical situations to make people hate you.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, Giannis and him at the same age, and it was a very complex situation.
So then let's fast forward.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's the next person you said, oh, Tyler Hero?
I didn't say that.
No, you did. When Tyler Hero's contract was up, you was talking about bringing somebody in and having Tyler Hero wait.
That's not true.
Now, let's take it to a whole nother different sport. You want to bring in Aaron Donald and tell Christian Wilkins to wait.
I'm just saying, like, if we're going to move about championships or not.
Listen, on this team, Aaron Donald, although a nice +1, he's the +1. Christian Wilkins is your core.
I don't think Aaron Donald's anybody's +1.
I'm just saying for the purposes of bringing him in, you take care of yours first. Then you bring him in. You don't bring him in and tell the guys that you're going to be with to wait.
But, like, what if Chris Greer just sits down and talks to Christian Wilkins and says...
And tell him hey, I know you want to get paid, but wait. How you think that's going to go over? Stop it.
Little wink and a smile deal.
Dude, we talking about money across all... Wait, you think the PGA Tour told the LIV players to wait?
I don't know.
No, they did. It's coming. They out. Like, no, don't ever tell somebody to wait for their money. What's wrong with you?
Richard Lizardo says you don't win championships bringing in random stars. Well, literally, like, the last 3 teams have done it. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Eagles, Bucks, Rams, they all did it.
I don't agree with that.
It is true, though.
But here's the Dolphins are in
or got to the championship, the Eagles. But, like, that isn't true anymore in football.
Twice. They did it twice.
It's not true anymore in football, though.
Here's the deal. It's hard for the Dolphins to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they have a boatload of young talent that you don't have to do that. You see what I mean?
Okay,
you don't have to go spend the money for
but they did with
big name free agent.
Okay, but they have 3 monster stars that they brought in with Ramsey, Tyreek, and Tehran. Okay,
and you're talking about where Tyreek is getting paid, where Jalen Ramsey is getting paid, and some of the guys they brought in are getting paid, is barely in the top 10.
Stunt Steve says, just joining in. Is Tobin asking Wilkins to wait so he could sign Donald?
Yes,
I'm just throwing it out there, dude. Yes. Why am I such the bad guy all the time?
Because you do this all the time. You don't never want to take care of your own.
That's not true.
Wait, let me tell you.
I'm not a fraud. That's not fair.
Let me ask you a question.
Access.
Let me ask you a question. Here's a question you should be able to answer. Why are you so intent on not taking care of your guys?
I'm intent on taking care of the Dolphins fan who wants to win a championship.
Oh, okay. And Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer and
Christian Wilkins gonna make a bunch of money, baby.
Huh?
Christian Wilkins will make some money this year, baby.
No, he getting ready to get paid.
His deal is his deal.
Okay.
He's gonna make his 5th year option. It's 5th year. We'll extend it next year, baby.
How long? Can I ask you a question? How long do you think your run would be if the Dolphins let you go all willy-nilly and do what you wanted to do?
Hard to say.
I want to punch you in the eye so bad, dude. I want to make you go to sleep like Izzy just did. Oh boy. Yeah.
Back after this.
But in Leroy.
Of course.
I'm Joe.
Leroy.
Sorry, my bad. Texter writes in, and welcome back, everybody. Take you up until 2 o'clock here. Texter writes in, you guys text on the Kendall Toyota, West Kendall Toyota text line. He says, when Tobin goes into fantasy land with trades, that's when I check out. SMH.
Fantasy land, though. Dame seems unhappy.
Yeah, but here's let's go through all the caveats to get Dame.
I'm not talking about Dame. I think he's talking about with my Aaron Donald. I don't think he's talking about Dame.
Let's
Aaron Donald, that one's a stretch. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
It's a bit of a stretch, dude.
Why is it a bit of a stretch? They just got another star from their team.
I know, but defensive line happens to be one of the deepest positions we do have. With Agba coming back too,
Agba. I mean, he didn't even play last year. He barely was in there. The guy goes, "Do you forget Raekwon Davis?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't forget Raekwon Davis. I was thinking about getting Aaron Donald."
Another one.
I have my two favorites. My two guys are Sealer and Christian Wilkins. I don't want to lose them.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
How are you still married?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you're never content.
Okay, dude. I mean, like, I'm not content because I want the football team to get better. That makes me a bad husband.
Wait. Can I here? With all your sports stuff, I tell you this all the time. There is a difference between being different and being better. Okay? Because what do you lose if you bring in Aaron Donald?
I don't know. It's a good question.
And is it worth it giving up any assets for a position that is one of the strengths of your team?
Okay, but in fairness, he's one of the best defensive players in history.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
In history?
Are you listening to me?
I am listening to you.
If you already add, or you're going to have to get rid of somebody, but if you bring a guy into one of your strongest units, have you made your team better when that area of the field of the team was already really good?
I mean, we already have seen the situation with them having a good wide receiver in Jalen Waddle, and they added Tyreek Hill, and it was pretty awesome. Now you flip it on the other side of the ball.
That's different. Okay. Only having Jalen Waddle and adding to that is a big difference than adding to a defensive line who was really good last year.
It was good. They had Christian Wilkins was good. The defense as a whole was
That's because they were hurt in the secondary, really banged up, and they didn't have a middle linebacker. So as a fan of my team, wouldn't I want them to pay attention to those areas?
Sure, but
okay,
but like, don't yell at me. The coach isn't flirting with,
he wasn't flirting. He was just game recognized game.
Okay, dude, you're adorable. Can I just say?
When we go to places, I dap people up. It don't mean I want to go work with them.
All right. You have, but like, that's just because you're a nice guy. Like, you don't have like this intention. Like, he's the head of an organization. Honestly, if I was Sean McVay, if he wasn't already checked out and being a fat cat, which he clearly is, that would be grounds for tampering. What Mike McDaniel just did,
hugging him at a
grounds for tampering,
dude. How was your Easter food? Because I thought you come in happier.
It was. I am happy.
No, you.
Guy goes 2 words. Tobes, salary cap. Okay, yeah. Another one of these sheep that believes in that. Salary cap. Restructured here, restructured there, money up front. Blah, 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 blah. What are they going to give him? They give him he brings them in here, and they'll do like a $100 million signing bonus, and then under the cap, amazing, he's got like 3 cents on his actual salary.
That's not how it works.
It kind of
oh
is.
my goodness, you're an idiot.
Let's be honest. That's kind of how it works.
It's kind of how it works, though.
Oh,
not.
How did they pay him? Oh, he has an $80 million signing bonus, and he makes $3. Amazing. Tom Brady, he always restructures his contract for the Patriots.
Do you know when you get a signing bonus, it gets spread out amongst the years you have on the contract?
Good, dude. Then let's make it like Nutella and spread it out, okay? Like, let's get him in here. Aaron Donald, baby. AD.
And then when you get rid of him, it accelerates.
Okay. It's going to accelerate with a Lombardi trophy on our shelf.
So here, hold on. You're telling me that with all the needs on this team, if you add Aaron Donald, that's the Super Bowl? Are you
it doesn't
kidding
hurt.
me?
He just won the Super Bowl. What is your argument?
What does that have to? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You sound like Looney Tunes right now.
I don't sound like Looney Tunes, dude.
I keep looking left and right to make sure a train's not coming through my house.
All I've done today is like be very positive. I've talked about Tua's caboose. All right. Toot, toot. And I've talked about Aaron Donald dapping up Mike McDaniel, and you just want to sit here and be like, not a big deal. Oh, this was no. I just want to say, if you want to talk about it was raining today, what a rain cloud you've been, because I brought up Tua's got muscles. He should have muscles. It's about time. And then with
Aaron, did not say that.
That's basically what you said, dude. That's basically what you said.
Basically, except I used none of those words.
Okay, dude. And then with Aaron Donald, you're like, do we need Aaron Donald? Give money to Christian Wilkins. You know, Christian Wilkins isn't going anywhere. We can pay Christian Wilkins whenevs.
You know, it's the attitude like that that leads to a mass exodus out of your town. I'm telling you.
All right, sure. Guys,
there he is.
Guy says, hey, Tobes, let's extend Wilkins instead. Why don't we extend Wilkins with a better partner next to him? He puts up bigger numbers this year. He gets a bigger salary next year.
No, that's not how that works.
That's not checkers, dude.
That's not how that works.
It is how it works.
Really? You just got, oh my goodness.
Look at that.
I figure we've been doing this show long enough that, you know, you'd get it. But you don't.
It's not.
You still don't get it.
It's not that I don't get it. It's just like sometimes things come along, and if the depoy is going to come around here and he's going to be like, "Hey, give me coaching," you got some guys are good enough. Leroy, here's what it is. Some guys are good enough. You have to have a conversation. You have to. If this is like if it's anybody else in the league, I'm saying you're right. Christian Wilkins, A1, have to take care of him. But if Aaron Mother Bleeping Donald is going to throw himself at you like a football slut at Mike McDaniel, you're not going to even take his number.
Can I just say this to you? Okay. Please don't lose your main chick just hollering at a side chick.
Dude.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
Like you ain't even into no dirt or nothing. You just having some questionable conversations.
All right,
and
dude.
Meanwhile, your main girl, your main player is getting upset that you rather go out and get somebody else and not take care of him.
No, dude, just like don't get Steve Phillips, okay? Like if you're gonna do it, like everybody knows. Look it up. It's like don't go out there and be like Tiger Woods with the Perkins waitress, but if it's the porn stars, you understand. I can see how that situation happened. So if Aaron Donald's going to be out here flirting, it's like, all right, well, I can understand.
Even Figures looking at you like idiot. Look, she's giving you the look. What are you doing?
Please stop it.
Listen.
We are out of time.
Oh, we are out of time. I didn't even see.
Stop it,
dude. What?
Everyone is giving you -1s.
Yes.
Why?
It's you and Jimmy Garoppolo?
-1.
What do you do? You're not gonna back down from this either.
I'm not. I mean, come on, Aaron Donald.
You do this about every big name in sports.
Come on,
What sport?
Little hugskies.
You gotta stop.
As long as it's a star. There you go. There you go.
You're the worst. You need to stop. I'm trying to help you. I'm your friend. Stop getting all consumed with the next big ticket item.
Look at that look on Aaron Donald's face. Can we acknowledge how happy he is?
Wait, here's where I get confused.
Happy to see a friend.
Here's why I get confused about his loyalty. Right? Because you would defend UD to no end. Because he's hometown, homegrown, been with the organization. What about everybody else? Look at Christian Wilkins. What if he's here 10, 15 years?
Great. Who's saying he has to leave?
You don't think that's going to be in the conversation?
I think if you told Christian Wilkins you're playing next to Aaron Donald, he's going to be pretty happy.
Or if you have to go to Christian Wilkins and say, we've traded you to get Aaron Donald.
Don't be silly. I have to trade that. Come on.
You don't, okay.
Don't be silly. Why do you add Kevin? Did I ever say we trade Christian Wilkins? I didn't say that.
I'm saying that, first of all, you think you're just going to get him for free?
Dude, come on. They're having a flea market over there in LA.
Mommy kissing Santa Claus and
Mommy was being a real slut.
If he wants to be a slut when he gets down here, that's fine. We'll open up a website. OnlyFangs.
Jesus Christ.
WQA.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, we'd like to give you a chance to head to Las Vegas to see legendary magician, extreme illusionist, and stunt artist David Blaine in his first ever residency in Las Vegas. It's called David Blaine in Spades, exclusively at Resorts World Theater. And here's how you can win a trip to go see him. All you have to do is log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQAM. Log in and listen. It's key to let you log in, all right? Otherwise, we won't know it's you. We're just guessing. Or you can listen to WQAM as well. Why are you looking at me like that, J-Fig? It's just the facts.
The obvious facts, but okay.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody knows. You every hour you listen, you get another chance to win those tickets to see David Blaine. The more you listen to WQAM, the more chance you have to win. That's just science, okay? David Blaine in Spades. It's April 28th through July 15th. Tickets are on sale now at rwlasvegas.com or at axs.com. Let's get into some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Marlins will be back in action today. 6:40. They start a series with the Phillies. Congratulations to the Mets, by the way. 2 out of 3. You know, really gimmicked that series with that fake rain out. So congratulations. You're able to cool the Marlins bats while they were hot and go to hell. Honestly.
I'll tell you right now, we're about to get rained out.
Yeah, it has been pretty bad over here.
It's gotten so dark away.
But this is real rain, something worth canceling. The game.
They're in Philadelphia.
I told y'all in my weather report.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't playing.
Leroy's weather
miserable out there.
Leroy's weather report, by the way, brought to you by the Demesman Dover Law Firm. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Rain.
My window is fully open and it's dark in here.
It's a little bit chillier. And if it's not raining, look outside because it looked like it's coming. So we got rain for a couple of days. Deal with it. Everything was drying out. And you know it's that time of year where everybody complain about how dry it is, and then it rains for 3 months. So just calm down. You might get a little wet the next couple of days, but you'll be okay.
Did you see, Leroy, that Jazz Chisholm got thrown out of yesterday's game because of a sensitive umpire?
What are we doing in sports now? Like, who's the kid that got kicked out of the basketball game? He deserved it, but he kind of threw the basketball at the ref and got kicked out.
Jazz took an obvious ball 4 and does the bat flip that he's okay, but flips the bat over so he can walk to first base, but the umpire rung him up. And he looks at the umpire, and the umpire says, "You're out of here." I sent you the video if you want to watch it. But here is Jazz Chisholm after the game explaining to reporters what the hell happened with the umpire getting in his feelings.
Take us through what happened there with the frustrations and the ejection.
I mean, what more can I say about it, you know? Probably said everything I needed to say while I was on the field, so.
What was the most frustrating part?
I feel like the most frustrating part is that I feel like he thinks that he's getting showed up when it's something I've been doing from day one in my career. I've been bat flipping ball 4s from day one, and he thinks he's getting shown up. So obviously he thinks the game's about him. So
what were your conversations like with Skip?
With Skip? Oh yeah, like I just can't get thrown out right there. I'm already having a great game. Avi got hurt, so I should be able to stay in the game and stay not getting flustered up, you know, not letting my emotions get the best of me.
What did he say to you when the ejection was made?
I can't even remember. I don't remember what he said, honestly. He just was like, "Oh yeah," that's all I heard. Like you could see it wasn't like an ejection out of like, "Oh, you're talking too much." It was just an ejection out of his feeling like he was shown up, and that's not this game that we play.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Hold on.
Yep.
First of all, we literally come on the show once or twice a week and talk about the sensitivity of other players, right? The one thing that I appreciated this past weekend was all the guys that talk trash or had something to say or had a situation, when they got their comeuppance, they just ate it, along with Caitlin Clark. You know what? She was doing the thing. She got it done to her. she lost the championship. She said, don't be mad at her. That's trash talk, right? But these sensitive ass officials in every sport, I've had about enough of it. And somebody needs to go in there and have a conversation with them guys and let them know where they are. They are officials of major league sports, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, basketball. You are the fries to the cheeseburger. Stop trying to be the cheeseburger.
I don't even think the umpires are fries. I think that they're like maybe special sauce on the side.
No, lettuce. Like everybody don't like lettuce.
An umpire is just, I'm not there for you, dude. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not there for you.
And it's just, you know what? There have been officials, and I don't want to put this blanket on every official, but it seems to be getting more and more prevalent in certain sports where these guys are just a little bit too sensitive, right? Like sports is the only profession, or a sports official is the only profession where you can make a bad call, somebody yell at you for making a bad call, and you can kick them out. How about you acknowledge it was a bad call and everybody could go about their way?
The only referee who got yelled at this week and was right was the UFC official who told Santiago Ponzinibbio, "You were knocked out."
No. Wait. Wow.
No.
Wait. The funniest thing about it was when the official told him, he was smiling. It was like, dude, you go check the tape. You
Dude,
out.
And listen, I would have saved you from like 4 more shots. You might have been thanking my ass.
Right.
But this umpire is just like, oh, he flipped a bat. Get out of here, Jazz. Well, great, because we all came here to watch you call balls and strikes. It's thrilling.
Which you don't do a good job of anyway.
Right.
Right. Like it's I just think that we get on athletes, right, for having thin skin. What we tell guys during the game, oh, these fans bought that ticket, they can yell at you. You gotta have thicker skin, right? What you tell it, hey, if somebody talking trash to you, you got to be a professional. You can't go back at them because the second guy is the guy that always get caught, right? We say this to all these athletes. Then we got officials that are so damn sensitive that players can't say nothing to them. Not to mention, they need to get yelled at sometimes and be held accountable. So I don't understand why it got this way.
It's annoying. It really is.
It is.
Just as a final headline, just coming across from the NHL Public Relations Department, Alex Lyon, one of the named of the NHL's 3 stars of the week. So congratulations.
What the hell's that?
Woo! Kind of like player of the week, but NHL does a thing where they do stars of the game. They always do 3 stars. So they pick 3 stars of the week.
Okay.
So he was one of the stars of the week.
I mean, we're going 6-0, shutting them down. That would do it. Now, question.
Yep.
Because both goalies have had some success, are we starting to believe in the coach that the team is playing better defense and is built better for the playoffs now? Or we need to see it?
They have been playing balls out. I would say.
See what I'm saying? Maybe
there was a game he had to take 60 saves. So that one I would say they peppered him a little bit.
Look, man, periodically you got to carry a little extra weight. But I'm saying the overall view of the Panthers,
I get you.
Are we starting to see what the reason why the coach was brought in? And we're starting to see them play that style, and they're getting accustomed to it, or and getting ready for this run.
We'll take a quick break. Get to a little 15 minutes of Heat. Awesome day yesterday for the Heat to wrap up their regular season, and we look ahead not to the playoffs, but the play-in.
Stop, dude. Stop.
Time a break.
Haslem, Harris on his hip, on the logo, pounding him in, powers it up, and in and one for the forever captain, Udonis Haslem. To the line, UD.
Well, that's muscle memory. He had a guard on him. He can't do nothing but get it in there and turn around and shoot.
15 minutes. Bum, bum. 15 minutes of heat for your ass right here on 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. If you missed today's show, you guys can go back and watch all of it on YouTube or Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel. Put some clips up there to click on demand as well. And you guys can get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms and the Odyssey app, everybody. Heat, they'll be back in action tomorrow, 7:30 playing game against the Atlanta Hawks. So, of course, you can listen to that game right here on 560 WQAM. Heat at the practice floor today. I have some quotes here, Leroy. This is from Wes Goldberg's Twitter account.
Who the hell's Wes Goldberg? I'm just playing.
Wes, he has a quote from Jimmy. Asked him if there's a difference between being the top seed or the underdog. And he says, quote, "It's all the same. Nobody picked us to win last year, so who cares? Y'all not going to pick us to win this year. Don't give a damn. In 10 years, y'all still not going to pick us. Still don't give a damn." Jimmy Butler. Love him.
Poetic.
Here. I agree with Jimmy to a certain extent. Okay? But you haven't played a stretch of basketball that would warrant you not being the underdog. Will we agree with that?
I would get why there's more doubt this year.
They haven't played long enough or good enough for a long enough stretch of time.
But to Jimmy's
win a 7-game series.
But to Jimmy's point, like they were the best team from coast to coast last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And anybody talked about with the Celtics for being good since the end of the year.
Okay, but and who won?
The Celtics did by a shot, but like the point is the same respect wasn't given to the team. Like
right.
They were dismissed. People this is my point. Like people talk more all year last year about like the Sixers than they did the Heat. And like the Sixers are never a factor. They're never a factor. They're not gonna be a factor this year either.
Here's and that's all correct. Right? I'm not disputing that. But what I am saying is that every year is different.
Mm-hmm.
I would hear it last year when you were the best team in the East all year.
But there wasn't anything to
people
hear.
Still didn't give you. But this year you're in the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
So what is people supposed to pick you to win championship?
No, I just think he doesn't care if they pick him or not.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, why would, based on what you've seen, and this is what I hate about this conversation.
Leroy, if the Heat were the 4th seed, the same amount of people nationally would pick him too. Like even if they were, like the same amount of people would pick them if they were the 2 seed this year. No one would pick them. He's right.
Okay, because they would pick either the 76ers or the Celtics.
That's right. I'd ignore the Bucks.
And I forgot about the Bucks. My bad. And the Bucks, who will probably win the championship.
Maybe. Kyle Lowry was also asked from 5 Years in Sports, why has Kyle Lowry played better from an efficiency perspective since he returned? He said, quote, "I was hurt." Says he pushed through it until he couldn't anymore. Quote, "I was playing on one leg."
So basically, his ass cheeks wasn't firing on all cylinders. I mean, I'm just
point.
Hold on. Don't laugh at me. I was just passing on. I was just beating Tobin to the punch. That's it. Y'all know that.
No, you weren't.
Y'all know that.
Lowry. You are throwing in your 2 cents of that.
You don't always get. You don't always get to.
Guys, that it was Tobin.
Yeah, you don't always get to use me as your silly sauce blanket.
I do. I mean, you know what's funny? There is only one place where the roles are reversed. That's at UFC. Oh my goodness. He's giving me the look the whole night. Dude.
Behave.
I'm like, dude, where the snacks are? Where the snacks?
He's commenting on it. Guys like guy allows one head kick to hit him. Bum.
Wait, no, dude.
He's 7-0 in his last fight.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the karate hottie, she kicked like 200 times. I'm like, that would terrify me.
Yeah.
Being in the ring with that, all kinds of kicks.
You didn't know we were high up though, because we got like 4 decisions wrong. The only one we knew was right. We're like, Masvidal lost.
Yeah, but wait.
Everybody else, we were like,
you tried to give him a hometown discount in the first round.
I did. I was like, he landed some kicks.
Me and Stud Steve were looking at each other. He must like Masvidal because he didn't win that round.
He got but Gilbert, the second 2 rounds were not even close.
Well, the second round, Jorge looked exhausted from being on his back and trying not to get choked out.
Yep.
And then the final round, he was so tired he couldn't defend himself. He was just like bap, 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 right it, bap, bap, the whole round. So I get it. You think that was a big payday?
For him, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, but man, that's it just the whole night of Tobin hearing me comment on UFC and I look over at him and he's giving me the look that I've been giving him for 8 years watching football games. Right? 8 years. So I enjoy. Tobin's like, hey man, we're not where we normally sit. If you want to bounce, I'm like, no, I'm on my way.
I appreciate it because Leroy apparently had a good seat. He just had to sit with strangers. So he'd rather sit 300 yards away with me than he would up close with people he doesn't know.
No, I'm not
real friendship.
That is real.
No,
friendship.
I'm not like I need to be with my people. I can't like just sit next to random people. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Like even when when we go to football games.
Although you might have left and you would have been friends with like Aaron Donald and Mike McDaniel. So
nah, dude, if I wanted to holler at him, I'd go like I have a little bit of,
I know you got some
I got some juice.
You got some cachet.
Yeah. So I don't and plus here's the other thing you have to realize. When you play long enough, you have interactions with all of the young coaches that end up being head coaches or some of the head coaches that brought some of these guys in. So the opening conversation will always be. So for example, if somebody tells me they're from Alabama or somebody tells me they're from Louisiana or they coached at LSU, right? I can always come and say, yeah, you guys had my offensive line coach in Les Miles, right? Or, Nick Saban was the defense coordinator with Belichick in Cleveland. Like, there's always some kind of tie-in. If you play long enough, you know enough people that you can always have a conversation about somebody. So, yeah.
Well, man who knows everybody is Udonis Haslem. Congrats on a great finale from UD yesterday.
Nobody respects that man more than me. I'm going to make fun of him. I'm not going to lie, but it comes from a good place. It ain't coming from a place of Udonis not being good or great for the organization. It coming from a place of when you call somebody old, right?
Your heart's in the right place.
You're respecting the fact that he's been doing it long enough and he's been able to be on a roster long enough to get old. That doesn't happen. I mean, Tristan Thompson was doing NBA today, and now he's on the team. He was in the suit last week. Now all of a sudden he run on the championship run with the Lakers.
Tristan Thompson's on the Lakers?
He just got signed.
It was announced like today.
Did he?
Yes. So when I say Udonis got old, that's out of respect. He wasn't doing the TV thing and they asked him to come back like Tristan Thompson. No, he's been able to be there.
I completely did. Listen, this is a busy sports weekend. I completely missed that Tristan Thompson made it on the Wizards. Huh. Did you guys know Kendrick Nunn was on the Wizards?
No. Whoa, that was a shocker to me.
I had no idea he was in the Hachimura trade.
Here's what's funny about this dude. When he played for the Heat, Kendrick Nunyons.
Yeah.
Now, since then, dude has played for like 3 or 4 teams, and Tobin out of sight, out of mind.
Not my fault.
Not your fault.
I got my own team to worry about.
There's only one guy. There's only one guy you've been paying attention to. And he get ready to win a championship.
Stop it. He might, though.
No, he is going to win a championship.
Who? Oh, so you've already, I mean, like, why do we even have a discussion? So you've already picked the Bucks to win the championship? You're picking them?
Yeah.
Oh, real
You're the best team.
Chalk.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Didn't realize you went to Kansas. Didn't realize you went to Kansas. Rock chalk.
So who are you picking?
The Heat.
Okay.
Duh. I just don't want to talk about the matchup yet. They got to play. They got to play in, and then they'll play off.
You realize
for someone who doesn't play, that's a win. That's a loss.
Who?
Yeah, you. Me? Exactly.
Tell them, J-Fig. It's before the playoffs. I'm
you don't even know who they're going to play.
You're already picking things.
You don't even know who they're playing yet.
Who can? Really? It matters who they play.
I mean, if the Heat pick them, the Heat will take them in 5.
Dude.
But I'm not going to talk about that until the play-in's over.
I literally want to get. I want to go to Fort Lauderdale Airport, fly up to your house, and kick your ass. You can't drive up there. It's too hard to drive up there.
We'll play a little all right. Oh no, coming up next.
The results are in.
Welcome back. Guy just texts in and he says, Chalk and Homer, weekdays 10 to 2 on WQAM.
It's like, okay, it may be chalk, but have they not played the best basketball all year?
I mean, they weren't the 1 seed all year.
Yeah, but guess what? They were 1, 2, or 3, even without one of their stars.
It's going to be a big upset when they lose, man. It's going to be tough for them.
Okay.
It's going to be tough for them.
That's why you play the games.
Exactly, dude. That's my entire point. But I'm not talking about that right now because right now we got to focus on the play-in before the playoffs. But I've agreed with that point the whole time.
Stop saying
That's why you play the games.
Stop saying that.
All right.
So can I ask you a question? What have the Heat done this year to make you believe that they can compete for 7 to 10 days in a series?
Because in a series, you don't have to win in a win streak. You just have to get to 4 wins. So over the course of 10 days, if you told me could the Heat win 4 games but lose 3, of course, that's basically been their season. It's actually, if you think about it, the best formula for the Heat. You don't have to go sweep a series. If you told me could the Heat win a tournament, it'd be tough. But a series, days off in between, honestly, it works out perfect for them. But again, can't really talk playoffs till we get through the play-in, you know? One step at a time.
Stop saying that. I'm a cuss. I'm just telling you. Why you guys aren't as irritated as I am?
I am. Every time I hear it, I cringe a little.
Right.
My all right goes to Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem. He is the best. We love you, dude.
Well done, sir.
Can I hear a little bit from Udonis Haslem after the game yesterday, Marcos, on what his day was like? Let me hear from the captain, UD.
Probably couldn't envision it going any better. I went over 1,000 scenarios in my head last night. I thought about, how Kobe went out. I think he scored like 60. I was like, hell no. Can't do that. D-Wade had the triple-double. I was like, hell no. I can't do that. So, I just wanted to do it my way. You know what I mean? And play my game, the mid-range, get in the, small guy on the block and take advantage. I've been working on the corner threes and just, the way the game has evolved. So, I just want to stay within myself. You know what I'm saying? Stay comfortable, and stay confident. And I'm just staying in the flow. My guys were looking for me. I never would get 17 shots up in a regular game. But I'm glad to show that I'm still capable of playing this game at a high level, man. Get a lot of flack for, not really being out there necessarily with the guys, but I do so much behind the scenes, playing with these guys, working with these guys. And, through that work, I'm allowed to stay in shape and I'm allowed to stay active. And, we say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So, I'm just thankful that at 42 I can go out here and play this game at a high level like this.
I love it. I gotta say, I one of the things that actually upsets me about the end of UD's career was how much crap he took on social media from people who just didn't know. I imagine a lot of them are just young punks or just haters, but everybody in that locker room and organization has done nothing but express the importance of having him in that locker room from the time he's there. And you see the mold that they have gotten. We could joke about the way that he have a lot of undrafted guys, but all of them follow his mantra and respect what he says. And it's been so important. The guy, it's been such a key part to all the championships, to so many great moments this team has had. And, I'm happy he gets to go out like that. And I know that he's going to do a lot of big things after his career too.
It is definitely, one of the things you appreciate about UD is regardless of what the circumstances are, regardless of what they were, UD was going to be UD.
Yep.
And whether if he went into a game and he needed a UD triple-double, which I mean 2 points, 2 fouls, and 2 rebounds, he has always been consistent with who he's been, how he does things. And so it figures that he would go out playing UD basketball.
My oh no Goes to Alex Pejeda's kid. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. You really took me out on that one, dude. I mean, listen.
You can't cry.
What goes around comes around.
Mom, you know what his mom should say? Don't cry now.
Don't lose.
Don't lose. You can't cry now.
Man.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yep, that's
What do you got? What do you got, Leroy, for that? All right. Oh no.
My all right is I'm gonna stay with UD. I think we all do UD. For 20 plus years, that guy has committed himself to an organization. He has been the Miami Heat. We've had great players come through here, right? But the one constant in all those years, in all those championships, with how Miami does things has been UD. And so I think as a fan of the Heat, acknowledge and appreciate what this man has done. You take for granted. There ain't many players in any sport that have played with the same team for 20 years.
Nope.
That list is very short.
I think it's only 3 guys in the NBA.
Right.
I think it's him, Dirk, and Kobe. I think that's the list.
Right. That's it. Think about that. So kudos to him.
Maybe Duncan. I don't know if Duncan gets 20 or not.
My oh no, and we talked about this earlier. Rudy Gobert.
Woo!
Oh no. You go into a basketball game with nobody liking you. Stop doing things to make people not like you even more. 24 hours after you had a conversation about the guy and says he's a little bit intense, but he's all about winning. You then turn around and get sensitive about the same thing you say you don't have a problem with? That means you need to do some soul searching because it's about you. It ain't about him. But you can't go swinging at teammates during the course of a game. You can't do it. So he gets my oh no, because that's just low rent right there.
Speaking of, by the way, this Tristan Thompson thing, which I was unaware of until you guys brought it up to me last segment. Isn't it a little unbecoming that this guy's just ripping Mario Chalmers 2 weeks ago for texting LeBron to get a job in the NBA? And now he's on the Lakers?
And he's an oh no.
And then 2 weeks later, he's on the Lakers?
Isn't that a little unbecoming? Like nothing wrong with it. Good for you, but like it's a little hilarious that you're sitting here busting on Mario Chalmers. Everybody's sitting here busting on Mario Chalmers, yet he takes a gig via texting LeBron, and old Cameron over here wants a month to warm up. I think Mario Chalmers coming out of this thing smelling like a rose. I'm just saying. What do you got, J-Fig?
Well, my all right actually was kind of in the same category, but it goes to Bam for bringing out that nice old rocking chair.
All right.
Oh man,
This is great. That made my day yesterday.
Marcos, do we have Bam on the rocking chair on his entire plan of getting UD his present?
First of all, that was just a retirement joke. That was my last one for the hoorah.
One last hurrah is what he meant.
It just shows how fast things go in this league. Because I remember flashing back when I was still in high school, watching them play in the finals. The fact of, fast forward now, I've seen D-Wade retire. I've seen Udonis retire, and 2 guys that really carried a Heat culture.
Man, it's a nice rocking chair, though, I will say.
It's very nice.
Look like something I find at a Cracker Barrel, like outside.
Oh, outside, dude. When you
dude.
Outside, when we get old, we could go out there and play them big ass checkers.
That's right. What's
dude, hey, you know what? I'm surprised you haven't said it yet. The old really like Cracker Barrel.
Oh, the old do like Cracker Barrel.
They're gonna say the old really like rocking chairs.
No,
the old
Cracker
do love
Barrel.
rocking chairs. J-Fig, what is your oh no?
My oh no goes to both of you because
why?
You promised updates on Saturday and you never delivered. We never saw one picture.
We couldn't see. It was dark as hell.
Camera has zoomed in, okay?
No.
You couldn't even show me a picture of the catering.
It would have been like taking a football. Look, it would have been like trying to take a picture of a football game while landing in Fort Lauderdale Airport on the way over.
Look how high up we were.
Look. See that little circle?
See those
That's
things
the
on
ring.
JFit, you see those things from the top? Those are the banners that hang from the rafters.
You know what? That would have been very appreciated to see on Saturday. I'm just saying.
Marcos, what do you got for all right? Oh no.
I think I'm gonna agree with Leroy, and even though JFA gave it to Bam, I think it still kind of counts for UD. I think he gets our first ever unanimous all.
Yes.
All right.
The highest of honors.
Highest of honors.
Yeah.
My oh no, I'm gonna take a page out of
This is for
Leroy's book on
UD.
this. Yeah, he gets an Audi.
He gets an Audi. Glenn is gonna send us some Odyssey points.
Indeed, yeah.
I'll give him all of my Odyssey points.
I'm gonna go ahead and give my oh no to Publix.
Oh,
How
wow.
dare you
Rare.
close on Easter, dude?
Oh, were they closed?
Everybody
They're
closed on
closed.
Easter.
Not
No,
when
stop
Dixie,
it right
dude.
now because I agree.
When
with
Dixie was
Marcos.
open?
Yeah.
You
They
know
need
who's,
money.
you know who never
No, wait,
closes and was
Publix is
closed?
always closed.
Walmart.
Marcos.
Nah.
Publix was not open.
But come on, Publix. You think you're too good for Easter,
Publix
dude?
is never open
It's
on Wednesday.
it's
Now,
never
when
been
Dixie and
open.
Walmart are usually open for all holidays.
Yeah, they were. I had to go to the worst Winn-Dixie I've ever been to, but at least they were open, you know? At least I had to get a tetanus shot while leaving, but at least they were open.
Wait,
I went
Here's
to a
an
store
interesting
yesterday
thought.
and they
Here's
closed
an
30
interesting
minutes
thought.
earlier.
Do your shopping on Saturday, ass.
Damn.
I work too much, man.
All right, everybody. That's our
I
show
know
for
you
the
can't
day.
ask your girl because that's grounds for
don't do that.
Don't
That's
ask her to do nothing right now.
Nope.
All right. We'll be back together in studio tomorrow. Thanks for the fun, everybody. If you missed any of the show, get the podcast or go watch it up on YouTube or Twitch. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Mrs. Met,
Okay.
who's a baseball with a ponytail.
Makes sense.
She got the cheeks. I feel like I'm making some Panthers love here.
Okay.
Get those feet out. Get those web feet out.
Okay.
I'm going to tickle them.
My name is Nicole.
Hello, Nicole.
They don't want this
They don't want it.
I see y'all when I see y'all.